Hello everybody, and welcome to Roll Together RPG and to this special one-shot titled Return of the Toyworld. For those of you who were with us, who were watching us last year in December, we did a charity stream for Take This, and as part of one of the donation goals, it was to do another one-shot based in the toy world that I created. So that's what we're doing. That's what this is. Way. As you can see, I'm not on my own. I am joined by a plethora of people who we love in Roll Together. I will get them to introduce themselves in a moment, but for anybody who doesn't know, my name is Josh. I use he, him pronouns. I shall be your Dungeon Master for tonight. I will now go through and ask everybody who they are, their pronouns, and which character they're playing, but not the description of what they look like just yet. And I'm going to start with Sean.
Hi, I am Sean. I use he, him, and I am playing Tinkertoy Tetch. Also he, him.
Nice. Would you like to nominate the next person?
Ooh, I will. I'm going to nominate Talia.
Hello, my name is Talia, she, her, and I am playing, you know her, you love her, you've heard her around the world, the beautiful Daria Externier. Also she, her.
Who are you going to nominate?
I am going to nominate Lola.
Me? I'm Lola. My pronouns are they, them, and I will play blah, 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 blah. I will be playing Faerun. Pronouns he, him. He, they, sorry. Brain. Evie? Save me.
Okay, absolutely. Hello, I'm Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Fluffles, who also uses she, her pronouns. The wince says it all.
It's going to be a fun session. Before we get into anything further, let's have a quick word from our sponsors, supporters, and some other AOB.
Check out our sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for carefully crafted click-clack maths rocks for use in your favourite TTRPGs. Phoenix Dice work with recycled goods, meaning their products and packaging are all made with sustainable materials. You can go to phoenixdice.com to check their entire selection, and if you put !dice into chat, you can enter a raffle for a chance to win some dice of your very own.
Big love to our D20 club on Patreon. They're great. You're wonderful. We love you so much. And they help us keep the kobolds in line, which is very important. They get up to all sorts of cheeky jam-related activities. Anyway, the D20 club, they've created a fan Discord where you can come and chat about all things Roll Together. And they've created a wiki page to help you keep track of all of our stories, which you can find at rolltogether.fandom.com. You can join and be as cool as they are from as little as one of your local currencies per month by following the link in chat or in the description below.
We are delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. You can select your heroes and formation and then battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, mobile, and Nintendo Switch. And if you put !code into chat, you'll get yourself a free Electrum chest.
You can find us on a variety of social media by searching for Roll Together RPG or following the links in chat or in the description below. If you can't join us live and also want to see our previous episodes, you can catch up straight after on YouTube or your favourite podcast provider by searching Roll Together RPG.
Finally, we run queer-friendly tables and encourage and support trans and GNC players and characters in our games. Our players and DM may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering but acknowledge that it does happen. We welcome corrections and have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. Check out Safety in Chat for content warnings and some of the safety tools that we use through the TTRPG Safety Toolkit.
Right, so after the events of the previous one-shot, welcome to Toyworld. If you've not watched it, you can watch it by following the links to the YouTube below. The Toymaker has taken a bit of a back seat. You don't need to have watched that adventure to be able to follow this adventure. It's completely standalone, but saying that, the Toymaker has actually taken a bit of a step back from all of his little creations and playing with his toys. There seems to be a bit of an uprising happening at the moment, not in any way caused by Faerun. But so the toy maker has gone into hiding, basically, which has allowed the toys of this world to grow and get a little bit more powerful. Everybody's a higher level than what they were, than what the previous characters were because of this. And there are a few things that have changed within the world itself. Our story takes place at the front gates of Waterdeep, which is a toilet pun for Waterdeep. You can see the Black Sharpie Tower off in the distance, with a road that leads out into a large forest. Up in the sky, there are various different, those glow-in-the-dark stars and things that you could stick to your ceiling as a kid. There's loads of those all over the place because it's nighttime currently. And there is a white light bulb that is sort of reminiscent of the moon way off in the distance. Too far up for you to be able to just reach up and take it. So it's nighttime currently. All of our characters are stood outside of Waterdeep. There is a large teddy bear dressed in a very regal looking suit. Just the top half of the suit, the waistcoat, the jacket and all of that. The bottom half is completely clear, with a top hat and a monocle and a one of those long cigarette things in his mouth. This is make sure I don't get the name mixed up with the other person. This is Flufflestack. This is this person's name. He has hired all of you to go to the town of Miniville, which is where our previous adventure took place, to find out what's happened there. Communication with Miniville has been cut off recently, and this particular person's brother, Mayor Stufflestack, has not been heard from, as well as the people of the town. That's why you have all been hired to go. So we're going to start off with introducing your characters again, but this time I'd like you to give a description of what you look like, and I cannot wait for this. I'm going to start with Talia.
Ooh, hello. So, Daria Externio, absolutely glamorous. She is essentially a Barbie doll in this world. Outfit roughly on point, the little cute little hat, plastic shoes on her plastic little feet, going everywhere through that, glides around the world like she's not even actually properly walking on it. Hair immaculately coiffed. She looks like a Barbie doll that is very well loved, but also very well maintained. And she has a little bit of a string on the back, so she has a little voice box in her to make sounds. She is got a little bit of pointy ears on her. She's a very, I'd say, specially crafted one, and there's like glitter everywhere. Like so much glitter. So much glitter. Just little trails of it everywhere. It's never coming off. But yeah, beautiful little Barbie doll Daria. Music, fashionista, general friend, and glitter. So much glitter.
Would you say you're like 80% glitter and 20% Barbie doll?
100% Barbie, 100% glitter, 100% love.
This is true. This is the love and glitter emanating off of you, to the point where the mayor, or this isn't the mayor, but this bear is constantly having to wipe the front of their suit to try and get the glitter off, and then looks at their paw and realizes it's stuck in the fur, so tries to shake that off, and it's just getting everywhere. But yeah, anyway,
Keeps moving, and her hair just quaffs around. Her little beret just stays in place, and more glitter. She's very extravagant.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Who's in my eyes? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I'm so sorry.
Ooh, okay, yes, fine. Oh, right. Excuse me while I just get this out of my eyes. Tetch, would you like to go next?
Yeah, can do. So I don't know about anyone else, but growing up as I did in the 90s, we had all of these really rubbish kind of dolls that were I'm pretty certain that these were meant to be like the X-Men or possibly like knockoff X-Men. They had like batteries in the back. So what the toy maker did is took one of these figurines with the battery in the back. Should normally just take a AAA, however, has kind of carved it out and jammed a AA in for extra power. And unfortunately, this means that instead of just being like a little light bulb, like an LED in the wrist, now sparks fly whenever Tetch tries to engage any of the lightning kind of powers. So I think it kind of looks, maybe if you imagine like a Magneto figurine, but that has been painted in Tetch's kind of slightly more muted greys and stormy blues. Stood there wielding a kind of makeshift warhammer with kind of pack in tow and just looking a little bit uncertain about all of this.
As glitter rains down on you from the hair swipe, we come over to Evie. Actually, no. Fluffles needs to go last, I think. So we'll go to Lola next.
Faerun is yes. Faerun is much the same as they were in the real world, except their joints are just a bit more ball-like and a little bit stiffer, and it takes a little bit longer to get out of a specific pose that they've been placed in, because their body is much like an artist reference little dummy, and they've managed to detach themselves from the stand, and the stand is over their shoulder as their new, very big warhammer. Yes, they're still naked. They haven't gained any more clothes.
Amazing. And finally, Evie, what does Fluffles look like? What does Gary? I'm very interested to see.
So I'll start with Gary, and then I'll get to Fluffles. Gary, who is Fluffles' man of holding, who is a common item, we need to remember, not a person, is in this world, you know those lifelike baby dolls that usually come in a pram? He's dressed up as one of those with a very large nappy, and he is actually pushing a pram in which is a very fluffy, very floofy, very squishy ragdoll cat with big glittery purple eyes just going, yes, push me more.
Gary's got that sort of baby toy waddle, if you imagine.
Yeah.
Like
And
from
sticking out of the nappy is a deck of cards.
and it's not even like it's neatly folded, it's just like all around.
Yeah, pretty much.
Waddling along a bit like the toy from Toy Story, the baby doll from Toy Story 3.
Yeah, blinks one eye at a time.
Doesn't say anything. Steps forward, pushes you into place. The glitter from Daria doesn't actually come onto you because Gary steps in the way and takes all the glitter, and you can watch it. You can see the little baby grow that he's got on is very glittery and sparkly. But with all of you stood there, Flufflestack looks to you and goes, "Right, yes, yes, yes. Well, we seem to have got a rather good team of people together. Yes, yes. If you wouldn't mind traveling to the town of Miniville for me and seeing how my brother and his people are doing, that would be fantastic. It's good. Communication has gone rather dark since I think it's about a week ago now. So, and he's. You can see it's one of those like cigarette butts that one of those fake cigarettes that lights up at the end but doesn't actually do anything, and he's puffing on it and smoke comes out of his mouth. But it looks like it's come from somewhere else. He's one of those sorts of toys that you can, if you were to go around the back, you can wind his back up and it sort of sucks air in and then blows that out.
Is it just glitter that was stuck on his face?
Yeah, he's just blown glitter out instead.
Just going to stand up in front of it and just kind of like my own little personal wind machine, just blowing the air. Thank you, Solex. I'm amazing.
The glitter everywhere. But yes, Flufflestack is very insistent that you travel to Miniville to check on its people, check on his brother, and report back with what you found, and just make sure everything's going all right. I will say that there has been some problems with creatures in the woods recently. There's been known hunter attacks and raiders, and a few monkey attacks as well. So yes, please be careful. Yes, please do let me know as soon as you can what is going on. I'll give you one of these, and he pulls out what looks to be like a stress ball. Or he pulls out two of them, but two stress balls, but they're in the shapes of stones. These are sending stones. If you squeeze 3 times, you can send me a message. And he hands one over. Who would like it?
I will take this burden for all of us.
Oh, okay, yes. Goes to hand it to you, and then Gary takes it. Yeah, it sticks it in his nappy. Right. Yes. Okay. So there will be a sum of 10 gold for each of you when you return. Okay. Yes. 6's non-posable thumbs up.
Oh,
Any
I do
questions?
also want a word with the owner of that fine opera house over there.
Yes.
As a
Right
reward.
now, or?
Oh no, as a reward, when we come back, I'm going to do the work. But then
Okay.
it's going to be, and then a concert put on by the beautiful, wonderful Daria Extania, returning hero. Come see her show. Come see her show. She's amazing, and you'll love it.
I can certainly get that arranged for you. In fact, I'll go speak to the owner right now. Well, after this conversation's finished, anyway. Does anybody have any questions for me before you leave?
I think that it seems like a pretty standard fetch quest. But I do have one question. Why does my voice sound like that dastardly daffodil rose basket and not my own? It's almost as if someone used a toy that was based on the actor that voice was based on instead of the one that my voice was. Couldn't get a Saruman. Or a Dracula.
I mean, it is very dashing.
I mean, we are talking about my arch nemesis voice, but I suppose I'll take that compliment.
I mean, sometimes the best thing to do is if you like something, you take it for your own.
I concur.
Surely it would be a good thing. You could imitate them and get them into trouble.
I think I'm going to enjoy traveling with you 3.
Yes.
Oh, if they're a bad guy, you could go and say, oh, I secretly really just want to go and take care of orphans and puppies and things, and then really ruin their reputation by being way too nice in their voice.
I mean, they're a wereshark, which I believe in this universe is a street shark.
Yes. Hell yes. That's Jules.
Do it. Do it.
Not a bath shark? Not. No?
It's like the squeaky shark in Toy Story. Hey, everyone. I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Oh, there's actually, yeah, you say that there are many different types of sharks. We do have the street sharks. We have the bath sharks. We have the howdy sharks. Yes, we also have a plush shark somewhere.
Have a card shark or a loan shark?
Oh no, we don't like loan sharks.
But how about sharks which are alone? They're lone sharks.
Do you know what? I've never thought of that. It's spelled differently though.
Any shark could need a friend. Don't ignore the lone sharks.
Don't worry, they'll have a friend in me.
Anyway, shall we go?
Before we head out, I feel
Yes, please
like
do.
bestowing some blessings upon my new adventuring party. Tell me, would anybody like to draw a card?
You watch as Gary's hands disappeared behind his back and then moves all the way around the circumference of his nappy, pulling all of the cards into a deck and then lifting that up and is like, eh?
Oh, I
That's
thought that
not
you were
what a
going-
baby sounds like, but
I thought you were asking us to do some art. Drawing a card.
You can do that on your own time. Human? Action figure? I don't know. I am confused about the semantics of this world already. Would you like to take one or more cards?
What is the utility of the cards?
They may give you endless blessings or terrible curse. Mainly blessings. It's not as powerful as it used to be.
I have feelings that I don't need any more curses. I was human. Now I'm, well, then I was a wood. Now I'm this. So no more curses.
Oh, I'm sorry that you were cursed to be allergic to fun. Anybody else?
Can I quickly ask, Lola, has someone drawn a face at least on the artist pose reference thing, or is it's fine just
it is. So the artist reference of it's not like just a fully standard wood one. It does have like the kind of almost holes for eyes and the shape of a nose and the shape of a mouth, but the mouth isn't actually moving. It just sounds like the sound is coming from somewhere in the vicinity of the shape that is Faerun. So the expression stays very much the same.
okay, good. That is less terrifying than just a faceless mannequin. I'll take a deck, a card.
The deck?
I'll take the deck.
The whole deck.
the whole deck.
I will take a card.
Cool. I already have an imaginary deck, a virtual deck. That's what they are, virtual. Okay, let's see if I can make sense of this. Do 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 do.
No. It's really weird that you said that you did that tune as I thought of the tune.
Sorry, I need to swap between windows.
You're all good? It would actually help if I had it open as well, actually. I shall do the same.
Okay, dusk. Oh dear.
The life choices already.
Oh, this is like the one bad card. The card supernaturally saps your energy. You have disadvantage on initiative rolls. This effect lasts until you have a long rest, but can be ended early by a remove curse spell.
I mean, I already have a -1, so I don't think I was ever going to go first.
Them's
Oh, dear.
the breaks. I'm gonna draw 2 cards myself just to see what happens.
I would like to insight check all of this card drawing, just to see how it goes.
Go ahead.
Is an 18?
Okay. So you're inciting the card draws. Are you trying to get a look at what Fluffles is drawing?
I'm really good at kind of casing my audience and knowing how they're responding at all times, so I can kind of look too much. So I'm kind of trying to go and look at the various faces and go, are we anticipating, like, we're saying they're good cards, but actually it's lots of bad cards, or were they genuinely surprised that it was a not so nice card, and so there's going to be more good cards in there? And is this a thing I should be doing, or will my wife be mad at me?
I shall leave that up to Evie.
Sorry, I was looking up everything.
That's fine. So basically, Daria is looking to see if your reaction to the cards that you draw, and if your statement about there being more blessed cards in there than cursed cards is true.
You get the impression that Fluffles thinks it's true, but also thinks it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really care if it's false. I drew one of the cards I drew was the student. I now have proficiency in wisdom saving throws.
Oh, nice.
Which is pretty cool. And then the other one was something of diamonds, so I go to the next one down, which is the knight card, which is I gain dark vision of a range of 300 feet for 8 hours.
Wow.
Bet you're all feeling pretty stupid now.
I am definitely going to draw a card then. Yeah.
Be my guest.
I'm going to take one and try and gingerly avoid getting glitter everywhere.
Sorry, I'm not used to these things. Okay, got that. So let's have a look. Bear with me. It's just going to be a lot of me scrolling. Ooh, interesting. Okay, the Destiny card. This card protects you against an untimely demise. The first time after dawn this card that you would drop to 0 hit points from taking damage, you instead drop to 1 HP.
Nice. Free death ward.
Yeah.
Tetch's face sort of proves everything.
I want another go.
Oh, you want another one? Oh, they always come back for more.
You watch as one of Gary's eyes blinks as the other one begins to rotate, and instead of them being like the really small little baby eyes, they turn into like the big anime eyes, as in like, please take more.
Okay, let's have a look what you get this time. I told it to shuffle, but I don't think it shuffled very well, so I'm going to go again. There we go. Okay, interesting.
For the next 3 hours, we are now just drawing cards.
Yeah.
This
Okay,
was,
you
this
have
was
+1 bonus to every saving throw until the end of your next long rest.
Nice.
Okay, that.
I want a second one. I want a second one. I want a second
No,
one.
no more, no more.
Damn
We
it.
can draw more later.
Okay.
This was pretty much
I
all of the
want
constant troubles.
Oh yeah, yeah. But that was with the deck of many things, so
Yes, but it was hilarious. I want you to have both and put them both together with the deck of illusions. Do not give me these ideas.
The
I must
ultimate
carry
deck.
on. The ultimate deck.
Anyway, shall we go?
quite. Gowie, onwards.
You hear a creaking noise and like a warning, baby reversing, as Gary backs up, turns round and begins pushing Fluffles down the path that leads to the forest area. Is there anything else anybody else would like to do as Fluffles is slowly walking off?
I've just got my lute out and I'm going to start composing a gentle, very excellent though, kind of walking song. Just to go and set some mood music.
Put a little bit of mood music on. Kobolds. There we go. There's mood music as
Very
you
good.
are
Faces,
traveling.
very
Awesome. Tetch, are you doing anything to prepare for the journey?
I don't think so. I think it's mostly just like scrolling through his character sheet and trying to remember how to play this character that he hasn't touched for a while. Yeah, it's mostly just kind of getting used to the new figurine-esque. Like, hasn't quite gotten used to all of the joints, so starts off just like twig stick walking and then eventually works out that he has actually got knees.
Thing,
There you go.
there was something that I did want to do that I forgot to mention, which is everyone put your paws into the middle. 1, 2, 3, telekinesis! And now we can all speak into each other's minds.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
I could already do this, but this is much more fun.
Yes, well, this lasts all day and it's all of us together rather than just speaking to one person at a time.
Marvelous.
I am, aren't I? I am majestic. You may give me squitches if you like.
Ooh, I might even compose a song in your honor.
I like this one. You may
Who's
give me a
humming?
couple of squitches now.
Who's what?
Who's humming? Looks towards Daria.
Sorry, what?
Should have haggled up from 10 gold.
I was
Uh,
considering asking for hazard pay.
Flufflestack hears this and has disappeared behind the gates of Portadeep. And he's like, fun! And disappeared. And Faerun, what are you doing to prepare for the journey ahead?
I think Faerun is just limbering up, or at least attempting to. A little bit of oil on the joints to make them move a little bit smoother. So everything is a little bit more difficult because the finger joints don't move. So they're very like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like nobody in this world has particularly good mobility.
Yes,
Very
but
stop
no
animation.
other toy is, or no other thing is made to stay in one position, like, is made to be posed and then put in that position for X amount of time. So the joints are a bit stiff after coming out of the reference position that was recently used.
There's a lot of wood grinding coming from you. It's almost similar to how us as people, if we're in a position for too long and we go to get up, we get like cracky bones and all that sort of stuff. It's a similar sort of
I think
thing.
that's just happened since I've aged. Like, as I've got older than 30, every time I go to do anything, there's a sound.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a popular thing that I see on TikTok where it says about you getting out of bed for work and you stand up and your back clicks. It's like, the fuck you ain't.
Yeah.
Every year after 30, you get a new crack.
New crack.
Every
New
single
sound.
joint in my body. Every single joint in my body.
This
New
is
sound just
terrifying.
dropped. I went to
Evie
pick
looks
something
horrified.
up and I groaned.
Evie looks horrified. Sorry, Evie.
I'm turning 30 this year, god damn it.
You wait till you have to
not
scream.
quite
just to
too
stand up.
late for you, except, I mean, the passage of time.
It'd be linear.
As we like to say at Roll Together, what is time?
It's harsh.
Very harsh. All right, so you go and you travel and you walk through the woods. This is known as the Mist Woods. It is known as the Mist Woods because there are machines all up in the sky, quite high up, that are blowing mist into the trees. Hence Mistwoods. This is a combination of different types of trees. So it's not just like you're going to see Lego trees or throughout the forest. It's a mixture of Lego trees, like Warhammer-based trees, trees that you get with your Sylvanian families, and all of that sort of stuff dotted all over the place. All different sizes,
Like
all
a
different
car
shapes.
air freshener dotted every so often.
Yeah. So you get that really strong whiff of mint or other smells that come from those things. I've only ever smelt mint ones, but I know there's other.
And here I thought
flavours
it was
available.
just going to be deep pile carpet.
You do see some of that on the floor, rolled out. Some of this is the AstroTurf type grass as well. It's a mixture. It's as if somebody's just sort of mix match this forest together and not taking much care of what they've actually put here. What is
We should
everybody's
call it the
passive?
Mint Woods.
They should do. There is a very strong smell of mint, but the mist is more apparent.
18.
Well, as we walk through, Fluffles will kind of get up and stretch a little bit with the tiny, tiny limbs that she currently has and just say, I think I'm going to watch from above. Excuse me. And scramble up a tree and start trying to leap from branch to branch.
Pretty easy to do. I mean, I won't make you roll a check for it because the trees are quite close together. There'll be the odd
Please
case
do. I've
where
got +10 to acrobatics.
you can roll. Go on, roll.
That's a waste of a nat 20. 30. There we go.
Hubris.
Oh. So with that, you hop into the trees, and I will say that you completely disappear from view until you pop out of a tree, swing on the branch, and then pop into another set of trees. This isn't like a flat canopy, so you're constantly dipping and diving and going around. What is everybody's passive perception?
18.
18.
Wow.
Only 15.
Only 13.
Oh wow. Okay, so everybody who so the two 18s, you can hear the sounds of monkeys in the distance, within the woods themselves.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
They're monkeying around. Fluffles, although your passive perception isn't that high, you are actually within the woods itself and not on the road. Every now and then when you swing down under the canopy, you'll see little red monkeys with their arms hooked, little plastic monkeys with their arms hooked and a tail hooked as well, similar to the ones in Toy Story. They're swinging from the trees almost in tandem with you, but they don't pay you any attention and they disappear off somewhere deeper into the forest.
And then I saw her face.
Now I'm a believer. Anyway.
I do say into everybody's minds, the monkeys are in the trees. Be aware.
Speaking of be aware, you also hear those who have a passive perception of 15 or higher can hear loud snoring coming from further up the road. Fluffles, you won't see this because you're in the tree line. As you round a corner, you can see in the middle of the road is a very large bear. Not the sort of bear like what Flufflestack was, but like an actual bear. It is probably on the large to huge size. It's not wearing a suit or anything. It looks like it's made of a combination of what's the word I'm looking for? The like Stretch Armstrong type, that sort of stretchy plastic. It's made of that, but with little tufts of fur all over it. Some might call it a bugbear type thing, but it's asleep in the middle of the road in your way.
Does anybody have a poker flute?
That was
Glad
the
somebody
exact
said
reference
it.
I was going for.
I see you, Josh. I see you.
Could we not go through the trees also?
There's probably a clipping mask so that you have to do the task to get past the blockage.
Now, do you have the HM for cut is the question.
Let me see.
Do
No, I'm playing the wrong game, unfortunately.
Do we wake the bear or do we go over?
I say we sneak past the bear.
Buffle says, haven't already gone past the bear.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Join me if ye dare.
Nice. Well, I
get to
guess
say hello to the bear.
stealth.
Sorry, did you say you were going to say hello to the bear?
I can just say hello to the bear. I'm very good at talking to things.
I think you misunderstand the idea of stealth.
Stealth first, talking is backup. I get it.
Very good.
No
Now,
one
hold on.
likes being woken from a nap.
Okay, we'll stealth first, and if we fail really badly, I'll talk to it and we'll make it better. And then Fluffles can carry on stealthing away and be better at us at stealthing.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, so let's do stealth checks. Fluffles, I will get you to roll a stealth check, but you can roll it with advantage because you're a little bit further ahead
Cool.
and you're in the trees.
Apparently, I'm wearing disadvantage armor.
Oh.
One of those rolls was a 19. The other was a 9. No, a 6. Oh, it's
You know
upside
what?
down.
At least mine wasn't so bad.
Boom.
So we got
Which
a
is the noise they
5.
make because I tried to go past.
So we got a 5, a 9 from Daria, and what
A
did you roll?
13.
13, and then Fluffles.
26.
Okay. So Fluffles goes unheard. There's a combination of different things that happen with the rest of you. The noise that Tetch makes causes this bear figure to stir a little bit. For Faerun, you stand on a plastic twig that lets out a loud crack, which causes the bear to almost open its eyes. But what finally causes it to wake up is just as Daria goes past it, a large clump of glitter falls right onto its snout and causes it to let out this god almighty sneeze, which echoes throughout the woods. Any animals that you could hear, like the monkeys or any birds or anything else, everything falls silent, and then you just hear this big as the bear sits up on its back legs, its arms stretch out and sort of around all over the place, and it itches its back, and it just tickles the bottom of its chin and then opens its eyes and looks directly at the three of you. Hello.
In your head, you hear, "You're on your own!" As I scarper forward.
Where's Gary? Is Gary with us?
How is Gary doing? Is he just coming after?
Hey, Gary can't roll stealth, so Gary's just stood there like, looking at this bear.
He'll follow. It's fine.
It'll be fine. He's trying to sneak off currently to try and follow you. Why did you wake me up?
We're really sorry. We fell over. We meant to go avoid you so you could go back to your nap.
I should eat you. What's stopping me from eating you?
Because we're very charming and we're very sorry.
Roll me
Also,
persuasion.
Cool.
We wouldn't be very tasty.
Heads up,
that is
I can't
fantastic.
roll lower than. Heads up, I can't roll lower than a 21.
Okay. I was attempting to give you advantage. I don't think you need it.
Okay, so I rolled a 3. That's a 21.
I'd like for you to roll with advantage, just to see if you can get a higher number. Don't do anything. I just want to see how high your number can be.
29.
Okay. That is true. I could use that one as a toothpick, pointing towards Faerun, but I can't really be bothered. Where are you going?
That way.
Are you going to the town? I'd be careful. There's not very nice people in there.
Oh, what's not nice about them?
I mean, the town people that live there, that still sort of live there are nice, but it's just the people that have sort of come into the town aren't very nice.
Oh, so
They used to feed me. They don't anymore.
who are the people who came in?
Who's this strange-looking figure? He wearing this big long thing that you people that wear clothes wear, with a big spiky bit here. Got these really weird, like, teeth things. He likes to bite. He's very bitey. He's got a lot of little animal friends that look like him that fly around. Yeah. He's not very nice.
Oh.
Do you have any food?
I am fairly certain that we have some rations.
Ooh, can I have some, please?
I would share my rations with you.
I shouldn't be doing this because I generally am making myself itchy.
Yeah. Tinkertoy Tetch will give half of the rations that he's carrying to the bugbear.
Thank you. You watch as he doesn't even move, sat on his behind, basically. His arms stretched forward, and he just grabs the rations off of you. And as he pulls back, his mouth opens, and it sort of extends and elongates far past and away, and mouth should naturally open, and the food just goes straight in. You watch as the food, because of his like elasticated nature, he's almost transparent. So you watch as the food goes down into his belly and begins to sort of dissolve, almost like a gelatinous cube. Might be that he's kind of a hybrid between a couple of different things. I don't know, but yeah, he's just like, Mom, that was taste. I'm gonna go back to sleep now. Bye.
Wish you good naps.
Go to sleep, little bugbear.
You have a pretty voice.
I know.
Please be quiet. And he just sort of falls back and falls asleep. But the path is
Still in
clear.
our way? Okay.
He's not in your way. He's moved back a little bit. He's sort of fallen into the tree line a little bit. So he's sort of the some of the shrubbery is now acting as like a pillow for him, and he's fallen asleep.
Mhm.
But he's on his back, so he's snoring very loudly.
Onward.
As you carry on, Fluffles, you've gone a little bit further ahead. Gary has now, with this encounter now done, Gary has begun giving chase to catch up with you. But as you've gotten a little further ahead, I'd like for you to roll me a perception check, please.
Sure. Oh, my dice are too sparkly. It's always hard for me to see what they are. 16.
16, okay.
Standing too
As you-
close to Daria.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
I saw
picked
the
up
glitter.
myself.
As you carry on, going through the trees, the sounds of the animals begin to pick back up again. And you just happen to look down on the floor, and you can see just off in the road there, looks like there is a cart that has been overturned, and there seems to be a bunch of little green figures hovering around it.
Okay. Like hovering?
They're not hovering.
Hovering,
They're sort of,
loitering.
loitering around it. These figures are considered small in size. They are completely green. Even their clothes is completely green, as if they're attached to the body, and they've got these. Their feet are attached to these like bases. Think of the old the old army men, but these are goblins. And they're all in some of them are in fixed positions with spears and with bows and arrows and all that, and they're just sort of loitering around this cart.
I ping a message to the party to say army men ahead. Keep on your guard, and I'd like to try and sneak close to kind of hear if they're saying anything.
Yeah, you sneak closer to it. We'll use your 16 from before. You can hear that they're talking. They're talking in common. They're saying, I'll roleplay it because it's more fun when you roleplay, especially when you're doing a goblin. It's like, we need to try and get it's stuck. We need to get it out. The horses are gone. We need to get this one out. They're stuck. The townspeople, the new townspeople won't be very happy. We need to get them out. We need to help them because they helped us. So come on, come on.
Are they trying to pull something out of the cart?
Yes. Getting a little bit closer, you can see that there looks to be a figure that looks very similar to Faerun underneath the cart and seems to be stuck.
Ah, okay. One moment.
While there's a second of silence, Talia, I saw that look. You're about to adopt these goblins.
I say nothing.
Not just Faerun, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I don't have the thing that I thought I did. I got confused with Psy Fighters rather than Soul Knife. So I thought I had
That's
the
fair.
shove, but I do not. I come out and I'm just like, hello. Are you in need of assistance?
They sort of waddle around on their base feet and look at you. Arrows pointed at you, spears pointed at you because they can't actually move them to point them anywhere else. But how are you?
My name need not concern you. I
Hello,
offer
my name
assistance-
need not concern you.
Actually, I quite like the ring of that.
What are you doing? What can we do for you? You're not going to hurt us, are you? You're not part of the others, are you?
The others?
Yeah, the ones, the fangy ones in the town. You're not part of them, are you?
No, we're going to the town now, so maybe we'll sort out that problem. But if I and my friends who are coming, they're on their way. They'll get here eventually.
There's more of
help
you?
Yes, we're good people. Maybe I think we good. I can help.
That's
if
not
you give
worrying
me
at all.
Information about the town.
Yeah, can you help my friend? Help our friend, because there's more of them. Please.
I can try. I can be a bigger paw to help. I'm feeling good today.
Should we wait for your friends? Are they good? You said you're not sure if they're good or not.
Oh. Well, I've only been with them for 24 hours now, so I think they're good. One of them's very sparkly.
That's a really long time, though. Okay, we trust them.
Oh, I wish I had the ability to trust as these army goblins too.
I'd say yes, you can have a look. So this is a toy that is of a similar design to that of Faerun, except for they are dressed in like peasant clothing. They don't have any features on their face, but they do have what looks to be two hair strands that are coming off of their head. The goblins will tell you that this is this particular person is called Widow. They were delivering supplies to a nearby, or they were delivering supplies to the town from a nearby farm when they were set upon by some of the creatures, some strange wolf-looking creatures.
Are they made of wood, or is this like a pseudo widow?
I need to boo that. I need to boo
Discovered
that.
a new game.
I need to boo that.
Unanimous.
Just
boo.
forgot the 4.
There are more Pokemon puns in this than I intended. No, they are made of wood.
Cool. And
It was meant to have originally been a woody pun, but yeah.
Oh, I got that as well.
Mhm. Not me
Sorry, Fluffles.
realizing my boo card is the wrong way around.
That's fine. That's fine. Tom likes to oob people as well, so it's all right. What were you saying? Sorry, Fluffles?
Sorry. So he's pinned. This figure is pinned beneath the cart.
Yeah, it looks like part of his waist is it's not the waist, hip, part of his hip joint and his leg, and one of his left leg is completely underneath the cart.
Okay. Well, I'm actually not very strong, so I guess we'll just wait for my friends to arrive. This should be like 5-10 minutes maybe. Hey, do you want to draw a card?
Oh, go on then. Okay. Can we all draw?
Just one person. Pick
Oh.
your representative.
I'll draw. And a spear touches the end of the cards as Gary approaches, and then sort of slides the card out.
Excellent. Okay.
I should say that this cart is like one of those wheelie carts, you know, you get as a kid that's got the really long arm.
Okay, cool. See, sorry, I've got my object permanence is awful. There we go, it's that. So I go down to K. Do I know my alphabet? That is the question. There it is. It's knife. An common magic item that your proficiency with appears in your hand. The DM chooses the weapon. They just got a weapon upgrade.
Their spear just changes from the same color green that they are to a much darker green, and it's got a little bit of a glisten to it, almost like emerald. And they go, oh! But because the weapon is part of them, they then turn emerald green as well.
You have become the leader, and you will always start the answers we seek once your friend is safe.
Okay. Yeah. My name is Boya. I am the leader of these of our goblin friends here.
I have instilled hierarchy in this small community.
In this small group of 5
No.
goblins.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. And so it begins. Eventually, the rest of you will catch up. You'll see these goblins, one emerald green one. The rest more of a monotone green. And this widow underneath this toy cart with their legs stuck. Nobody seems to be trying to get them out at the moment, but they are talking and comforting widow, making sure that they're as comfortable as they can be with a cart on their leg. What would you like to do?
I relay the situation and say, who is strong enough to lift this cart off this woody ground?
My strength is relatively decent. I am strong.
I'm not weak myself, I suppose.
I can help a little bit, but I prefer not to. It's not my greatest strength.
No, you just glitter on the ground right over there. Sing a song about it or something.
You're raining glitter behind you, and the goblins, now that you're trying to help Widow, some of them are now beginning to dance in the glitter.
I really hope that we don't have to hide from anyone at any point in this.
Yeah.
Or
We are
does
already terrible at stealth. It's not going to matter.
Yeah, I don't think so.
it could work? We could hide by blinding them with glitter.
Sure. Glitter cloud, new spell.
Yeah.
Right.
If the thing we need to hide next to is a shimmer curtain, then we might be all right.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want us to roll stealth or?
Yes, so
not
you can
stealth.
roll-
Sorry, strength.
Yeah, you can roll an athletics check, and one of you, if you can both roll separately, or no, sorry, both of you can roll separately. One of you can roll with advantage.
I don't mind. Up to you. I don't mind giving you advantage.
Okay.
I don't want to meta by asking you literally what your number is.
There are 7 joints that aid me in lifting these things. No, I'm joking. Yeah.
You roll with advantage.
If I'm playing music in the background, I can throw a bardic inspiration in that, and if you choose not to use it, you can just save it for later.
Yes.
To be fair, I could use guidance actually as well.
Okay. Cool. That is a 19. Guidance would be a D4. Right?
D4.
Yeah. I'll use the guidance to save the bardic.
Yeah.
And it's a 4, so
So
23.
wow. Okay, so easily on your own, you're able to pick this.
Well, not on
Cart
my
up.
own. Not on my own.
Well, yeah,
Detch is doing some good, encouragement.
so you got some encouraging music playing from Daria, and Tetch is helping, sort of get a counterweight and things to help you be able to lift it. You lift it up, and the goblins stop dancing around where the glitter has fallen. Go to Widow and pull them out and begin helping to patch up their leg. And sort of, it's not a patch up in the terms of they're putting bandages and stuff on. It's more that they're pushing the joints back into place and making sure that the leg bends and everything. And Widow stands up and brushes themselves off and looks towards all of you and begins making signs with their hands. I can't do this. They're doing toy sign language, which is different to normal sign language because they don't have. Not a lot of toys have got opposable fingers, so a lot of it is sort of more broad strokes with solid hands. It is considered a common language in the world, so all of you can actually speak it or perform it. So Widow says to you, thank you for your help. It is good to see friendly faces in the area. Unfortunately, the town has been taken over by something known as a sucker, and brain just went completely blank there. It's been taken over by something known as a sucker and is draining the people.
Well, let's hope this is a giant chopper chop rather than what it sounds like.
What did it sound like?
I mean, I don't quite know where I'm getting this knowledge from, but vampires.
Oh, those. Right. I just thought it sounded like someone who fell from a scam. Which I guess a
Yeah, was
vampire
it-
could be as well.
Was it the army men that said that the people in the town were a bit fangy?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so. Okay.
Yes.
I'm
You
hoping we're
are
coming up
muted,
against a typical.
Daria.
I am. I think I was singing to myself. But the bear said that the people there were also very bitey, and that one person who had friends like them who flew around.
Right. Right.
Question is, if they are a vampire, what are they drinking? We don't have blood. Some of us have fluff, but other of us are plastic and wood.
I don't believe there is any sap left in this wood. So.
Phrasing.
Ugh.
That just sucks.
Oh no, that's like the ultimate boo. That is.
Big boo.
I mean, it's so bad I'm blue screening right here.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Fluffles needs
Well-
a reset.
Hmm. Okay.
I think we all do. No, what was I going to say? Right. Well, I guess we now know what we're up against. Why have you not liberated the town? There are, or is this all of you?
And this is all of us. A lot of my people, a lot of us got killed by a toy hydra. So this is all that remains of us. We helped clean up. We helped the local farmer, and we worked on the farm for a little bit, and then because our homes had also been destroyed, the townspeople let us live. They sort of accepted us into the community, because before we weren't very nice, but now we are very nice. Apparently we weren't very nice. We thought we were being fun, but apparently some people can't take practical jokes.
And so you've abandoned your community to this suckers.
Or no, we came out to look for help. We were trying to make our way to Portadeep, because we're quite small and nimble. We were able to sneak out of the town, and we were trying to go to get help, but we bumped into Woodo who'd been injured, and we've been trying to get them out.
But if you snuck out, then you will be peak assistance in sneaking back in.
That's
Yes?
a very good point. Yes, we can take you through the secret passageway.
Very good.
Excellent, Swarin. You are earning your keep in this party. I like the way you think.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, this intelligence has to go somewhere, even if it is trapped in this.
I'm just sorry. I'm restraining myself from being just wanting to pose you in ridiculous poses. No, I will not. I will restrain.
I managed it.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey.
I've got a oob and a no. Like, why do they both look the same way around?
I mean, mine's deliberately done to work either way.
I did this one backwards. I did this one backwards. That one's the right way around. Oh no! There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Now we've got an oob and a boo. Sorry,
Oob and boo.
that was unnecessary. Right.
The Emerald Goblin steps forward, spear in hand, and goes, right, so what we have to do is we have to go into the woods, and there's a big rock, and we can go under the rock, and it will take us into a tunnel that will take us out into that will eventually lead into the tavern, the Fluffenstack. Stuff and Flack. I know the name of it. I'm a goblin. Yay!
Very good.
Stuff and Fluff it's called, sorry.
Do you perhaps have more information about the layout of the town?
Yeah, so there is a total of 20 buildings. The Stuff and Fluff is the main building in the middle of the town. It also acts as like the town hall / meeting area. That is where a lot of us are currently living. A lot of the newcomers, doesn't say quotations because can't do that, but the voice expresses quotations. A lot of the newcomers have decided to take our houses instead. The other 19 buildings are all houses. A lot of them have been built recently to accommodate us moving in, and we've had a few other people come in as well. We do get a lot of adventurers come as well, but unfortunately there aren't any at the moment. It's also very strange because it's also dark there constantly.
Constantly nighttime.
Constantly nighttime.
Huh. Well, it's sounding more and more like vampires every moment, to be honest with you.
Oh, these suckers.
Yes, they're suckers.
We'll make suckers of these suckers. Onwards!
Let us lead the way. And they turn around and begin sort of walking into the woods. Widow is going to begin putting some of the stuff that has fallen off their cart back into the cart, and they sign to you that they're going to carry on with delivering the goods from the farm to the town so that they don't raise any suspicion and hopefully provide some sort of distraction for you without putting themselves in danger. So they put the big arm down of the trolley, sort of get into the middle of the handlebar and begin pushing it, and they carry on towards where Miniville is. The rest of you are led through the woods. It doesn't take too long before you get to a rather large set of rocks, like one massive rock and then two smaller rocks, and you watch as the goblins all get you all to stand in position, like bang smack in front of it, and you can see that the floor itself that you're currently stood on is very different to the rest of the like carpet, grass, sort of stuff that you've stood on in the woods so far. It's more like of a metal plastic, and the Emerald Goblin goes, right, on a count of 3, everybody jump. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You all jump, land, and the metal plastic plate goes down, and the two smaller rocks open outwards, and there is a passageway that leads down that you can go into if you'd like to.
Is it dark in here?
It is very dark, although it's not dark for you.
I have 300 feet of dark vision.
You do
which
indeed.
is probably a greater distance than I have of normal vision, so...
Before you go into this tunnel, would everybody like to roll me a perception check, please?
Okay. If it's worse than our passives, can we take our passive?
You can indeed.
Well, it's a 19, so it's actually not. It's better than my passive, and that is a 22.
22, nice.
That is a natural 20
Oh,
Even
for a
better.
28.
oh wow.
Oh, if you got a +8.
Not natural 20 total.
I was feeling happy with my 18, but...
It's higher than your passive.
You've got quantity rather than quality. That's what it is.
So, everybody
We
that
all
rolled,
perceive.
you all perceive something. I think everybody who rolled over an 18, so Fluffles just... everybody who rolled over a 18, sorry, you can hear like rustling in the trees above, flapping of wings, and the odd strange low shrieking sound. Very short shrieks. It's not like a long shriek, it's a very sort of short one. With the natural 20, just before you go down into the tunnel, Tetch, you can look up just as the doorway itself is about to close behind all of you, after Gary's, got the pram down, going down the steps. You can see in one of the trees there is a very strange looking creature. It's not very big, small, a lot smaller than what the goblins are. It's got 2 feet, a humanoid head, and then wings coming out where the ears are. Now, where the ears would be, the head itself has got 2 fangs sticking out, very pale face, red eyes. It's a vampire bat.
Does it look like it should belong in a zoo?
Probably.
Good. So it is a zoo bat. Thank you. Cool. All right. Good. So, but it's like a giant head with bat wings.
Yeah. A giant vampire's head with bat wings.
I
Small
hope
vampire's head with bat wings.
I hope you're not using the stat block that I think you're using, because I've thrown this at people before and I know what it is.
We'll have to discuss that at some point.
Okay. But so the rocks are going to shut behind us, separating us from said vampire bat.
Yes, but whatever it is has spotted you. You can tell with your natural 20.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Is it dark in the tunnel?
It is quite dark for about 50 feet, and then as you round a corner, you can see there's sporadic torchlights going further down.
I mean, I would probably still use lights, just like tries to do it on a gauntlet, but due to the kind of sparking LED, it's just kind of like flickering and lighting up the area.
Okay, so you're able to light the area for everybody.
And I will just say to everyone, I hate to suggest that maybe the element of surprise has been ruined, but that is exactly what I am suggesting. I would think that there were scouts, and I spotted one in the tree. It had definitely seen us, so we might want to make more haste rather than caution.
If we have to, I could make 3 of us invisible for an hour.
That
Sounds like it could be fun.
That could be a plan when we are emerging from the... I've forgotten the name of the tavern, but yes.
Fluff and stuff.
Fluff and stuff.
Fluff and stuff.
Okay. When we're emerging from the fluff and stuff.
I mean, you don't need to worry about it when you pop out in the inn, because that's where all the good people live. So you'll be fine there. It will just be when you go out into the town itself, you might need it, I reckon. Just so you don't waste your sparkliness.
That's a point. If you go invisible, Daria, does your glitter also become invisible, or is it just like glitter silhouetting coming off of where you are?
I think it's like, when you think you've cleaned up the glitter, but then you shake it and there's just so much more glitter there. I think it's like that when I go invisible. You just don't see it for a bit, and then you find it and there's just so much of it, and you don't know how you missed it.
Glitter, yes.
Interesting. Okay. We've lost the element of surprise, but we can surprise them in other ways.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's...
So what are you saying, Faerun?
No, in which case we have a... Wait, are we here to kill these things or negotiate them leaving town?
Depends how murdery they are.
Indeed. It would seem remiss of us to kill reasonable creatures.
So perhaps the invisibility is for reconnaissance?
Could do that, yes. Or send someone else who's really good at being sneaky and make them even. I can. I just hold up my instrument. I can do an awful lot of things with both myself and this thing.
Shall we meet the rest of the townsfolk?
No time like the present.
You all carry on walking. It doesn't take too long before you get to a ladder that leads up into a cellar where there is various different types of and different size barrels with different types of plastic foods and liquids and things in. And
Not
the
Jacob's ladder, is it?
Sorry?
It's not a Jacob's ladder, is it? Just
It
like
is a
a
Jacob's
string
ladder.
of blocks, and then every
Yeah.
so often.
Exactly that.
You've got to kind of swing out. Whoa, avoid the blood.
Yep.
As long as there's no snakes with these ladders, we're good.
You say that. There might be the odd snake design graffitied into the side of it. And there's a couple of dice in the wall. But you climb up the ladder. You end up in the cellar area. The goblins then lead you up some stairs that take you out of the cellar area and into the tavern proper. You can see sitting in the various different stalls. This is quite a large tavern. There's quite a large space between tables and the wall and things. This is because, as you will see, there are a number of animals in here as well. A number of horses, cows, pigs. It's like the townspeople and the animals co-inhabited in the tavern, haystacks and all of that sort of stuff around. You can see that there are a couple of other versions of Widow who are also in here, but they're wearing more waiters-based clothing. They're walking around, but they don't look as I want to use the word autonomous. They don't look like they have sentience. They look more like they are golems than rather than how Faerun and Widow looked.
Autonomous?
Autonomous, that's the word I was looking for, thank you. They're moving around and making sure that people are comfortable and providing food and drink to people. A lot of these villagers or townspeople look very frightened. One of the figures that stands out to you the most is wearing a very tattered suit, almost a sort of lighter brown in fur colour to Fluffstack, is Stuffstack, his brother, who is the mayor of the town. Monocle on the eye, sort of in one of the booths, sort of looks like he's a bit injured. He's got a cane, and it looks like his leg has been sewn up as if it's been torn. And as the goblins come out out from the cellar and you follow behind, he goes, "Oh, you bought. Oh, fantastic! You bought adventurers to help us. Oh, brilliant! Thank you, goblins. Thank you so much. You aren't the adventurers I was expecting, though. But I'm glad for any sort of help. Could I have your names, please?"
No.
No. Hello, no.
Everyone here in this town is very literal.
Catch ginger twine.
Hello, Tetch. And you watch as he stumbles to get up, hobbles over to you with a walking stick, and then proceeds to grab you in an almighty bear hug, pick you up, and then put you down. Hello there. Sorry. What was your name? I look into Faerun.
Is Faerun, though I do not wish to be hurt.
Okay, sorry. Goes to hold a hand out for you to shake.
Faerun will just wave.
Oh, okay, and
Slightly
waves at you.
woodenly.
And waves at you. Hello, and yourself, the sparkly one.
Oh, you're very good at being subtle. Of course, you know who I am. Daria Externir, pop star extraordinaire. I'll do autographs later.
I didn't think we'd have the actual Daria come here. Oh, yes, I definitely would like a would like a signature. May I hug you?
Oh, of course.
Grabs you in a big hug, picks you up, squeezes you, glitter just sort of explodes out of you like a cloud and just coats him. He puts you down and he's like, wow. Right, and no. Okay, right, okay.
Change my mind, I would like a hug.
Okay. Walks over to you, picks you up, gives you a hug, puts you down. You're now covered in glitter as well.
Gowie, clean me. He poses.
Gary comes over, puts his hand down his nappy and pulls out a hairdryer, turns it on, blows all the glitter off of you, and then puts the hairdryer back down the nappy. He is a bag of holding after all.
Yes. I come out extremely poofy.
Yeah. Right. What's the plan? How are you going to get us out of here?
The door.
That door or that door? Points to the cellar. Not all of us will fit down there. Gestures to himself, being rather large.
No, I don't wish to talk for the whole party, but I believe that the plan was talk first, stake if appropriate.
Reconnaissance first.
Yes.
Hmm.
Reconnaissance, then decide if we talk or stake, and then either talk and then stake, or just talk. Or
And I
stake,
will-
not talk.
And I will remind the party that we can speak in each other's heads so as not to give each other away. I'm saying this because I feel like a lot of you need to hear it in order to remember.
I just
That's
like
a-
talking.
It's a really nifty trick. Well, I mean, the door is there. They're staying in my house actually, which is down the road and to the right. The main sucker is anyway.
When did they come to town?
It was about 2 weeks ago.
And what did they do?
They came into the town, and we thought originally that they'd come to offer aid in the recovery of some bodies and things. We had an incident recently where some of our, and gestures towards the goblins, some of our fellow goblin folk lost some of their family members, and we've been performing burials and helping these goblins to find new homes. And we thought that we'd sent a message out to Portadeep for more support, more supplies and things, so that we could build more houses and things to house these people. And we thought that they had come to help. At least that's what they said when they arrived. But instead they took advantage and sort of took over everywhere. They're very powerful.
They hurt anybody?
Just as towards his leg. When I said no to them, the lead sucker picked me up above his head and tore my leg off.
Pretty tame, but okay. Not impressed.
I take it you have people or toys that are a dab hand with the needle.
Yes, we
So
have
you back together.
Yes, we have a few doctors around that were able to give me a rough patch job. So I'll need proper treatment back in Portadeep, I reckon.
Sort of cabbage patch up kid.
Yes, over there, and you see a large cabbage, like with a kid wearing a large cabbage with a needle and a thread.
That is going to be haunting my nightmares, Josh.
My cabbages.
And now it went.
But yes, There is something you could do though if you didn't want to fight them, but I just don't know if any of you can fly. Can any of you?
I can climb up very high and then jump down very aggressively.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's very dark here at the moment. That's because when the vampires turned up, they took out the sun above us. But we have a replacement. In he points. If you go to my house, and if you were to sneak into the basement area, we have what we call the battery. You can go if you're able to get up to where the sun is. You could replace it. Yeah.
Unfortunately, flying's not something I'm able to do.
Yes, Daria, you have the floor.
Oh, I can do that. I have a spell that can cast fly.
Oh, can you cast it on everybody?
No, I can cast it on one creature.
Oh, the battery is quite large. You might need a little bit more assistance. And at this point, you hear a and you can all turn around and look up at the balcony, and stood on the balcony wearing like full army gear with a camouflage like claw mark across the front of his face, eyes that look like they're moving around sporadically, hands that are like this. It's an action man. And he sort of jumps and somersaults off the edge and lands in a very sort of like superhero pose, and goes, "Hello there, hello. I might be able to assist you. Have you ever heard of an airship?" And that's where we're going to take our break, I think, because looking at the time, it looks like that's the perfect time for us to take a break. So that's what we're going to do. Go take a short rest, everybody. We will see you all in 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. We have had our short rest, gathered our drinks, done other things that we needed to do during the small break time, and we are now back for the second half. I am drinking coffee. Is anybody else drinking anything nice?
Wasser.
Wild berry and beetroot tea. Very
Tears of innocence.
Now, Lola, please tell me that the shake of your head was because you're not drinking something nice, but you are drinking something, because there is a rule. If you're not drinking something, Scarlet comes around to your house and gets you to drink.
Right. Well, I won't tell you then.
This, you have foiled my plans. You have foiled Scarlet's plans. Anyway, in the first half, where we met a brand new set of toys in the Toyworld, where they had been recruited by Flufflestack to go to the town of Minifil to find out what has happened to their brother Stuffstack and the people of the town, as it had gone quite a few weeks prior. Traveling along, and after a few encounters, they discovered that the town itself had been taken over by some creatures known as suckers. They have been able to sneak into the town, found Stuffstack, and also learnt that the sun in this area has been taken out, has been damaged, destroyed, and there is something known as the battery that is underneath the mayor's house, which is where the lead sucker is living. As discussions are going on about how to get the battery up to the sun, a man resembling that of an action man has flipped off of the balcony, landed, and gone, "Ha! You need an airship?" And that is where we are going to pick up as this man wearing a long trench coat, short black plastic hair that's pulled back, little scar on the face. Looks like a proper action man, hands like this. Hello there, my name is Act.
Are you sure it's not Nick
ACT.
Fury?
Not quite Nick Fury. If you're looking for a way to get to the sun, I can provide you with an airship, although you'll have to come with me to get it.
Is it somewhere inaccessible?
It's outside of the town, not the side that you probably came from, not the Portadeep side, but it's the other side of the town, and it requires a little bit of pump action. And he starts dancing.
Disgusted in my entire life.
I think we should just kill the suckers instead.
It does seem like this side quest could be achieved slightly easier without them attacking us from the air.
Yes, but I do not wish to associate with this dancing act.
In this, I agree with Fluffles.
You say that, but you are affiliating yourself with the wondrous Daria.
I will say psychically to everyone, perhaps we can associate long enough to push them off the side.
I like that style, yes, absolutely. We're going along with you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You do make a good point about Daria.
Oh, but I do mine all very deliberately. He seems to be completely in his own head about it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Are we going to leave?
Wait, he can't hear any of this.
Yeah.
I cannot hear any of this. I'm just talking to myself and vibing.
Right. Yes, I lead the way. Wait, do we need to be invisible for this?
Do we need the sun battery before we?
Yes.
Yes. Would it make sense for us to split the party? Some of us go for the battery, some of us go to assassinate this man / get the airship. Again, it's psychic. He cannot hear this. Yeah.
I really want to react to it.
I will be team idiot.
If the battery is heavy, then surely...
I am particularly very not stealthy.
Yes. Right, okay. So out of the strongest of the two of us and the slightly more stealthy, perhaps I go for the battery to bring it to the ship.
I can go to the battery as well. Yeah, I can keep us invisible, and then I can also help levitate the battery to make it easier for you to carry.
Ah, excellent.
It's like me and Tetra, team assassin. I mean, airship.
I think that one was out loud.
I mean, maybe avoid killing him if you have to, because he'd be a really good backup dancer.
He's an action man. He'll be fine. He can dance with you later.
Are we now doing this icon to signify when it's?
Yeah.
I would like to point out Fluffle's arms, because of being a plush, are only like this, so it's like...
I just pictured you don't even do it. It's Gary that does it.
It's Gary that does it for me, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, we go get the airship and then we can fly it to wherever this battery is, and then we could wince it up that way, because I got, winces and stuff that I can do. It's really cool and all that stuff and all that jazz.
Yes, you're making me wince right now.
I'm so sorry. I just can't help myself.
Psychically detach, endure. We will get something out of this. Say no more, Act. I'm sure it will be very impressive.
It will be. Shall we go?
What is, in everyone's head, what is the range of this psychic connection?
A good question. Let me check my character sheet. Why am I saying this? It's an addictive voice. I'm so sorry.
It's so cute.
Thank
You
you.
just all see in your heads as Fluffle says, "Let me just look at your my character sheet," as all of these strange numbers and stats and abilities and all of that pop up with Fluffle's name in the corner.
Yeah, canonically, everyone in this world knows about the character sheet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a game, so toys, of course.
We also see the dice as they roll.
Mhm.
Yeah. The dice are on the table.
We must be within 1 mile of each other.
Seems to be.
Well, I
Seems
hope
to be.
that the previous mayor's house tumbles fluff. No, I can't remember anyone's names.
Flufflebutt.
Okay, that.
Yes.
I hope that the house is in range of the airship, because could
It's
go
exactly,
well.
It is exactly 1.1 mile away. I wouldn't be that mean.
Okay. I mean, you could.
I could be, but I'm not going to be. Yes,
Right.
you will be within act go. I would assume you're still saying that in his head. So he goes, "Yeah, my airship is not that far outside of the town. All we got to do is just go out, take a left, and it's right there in the creek. It's fine. Might be a little bit wet, but it's fine." Starts dancing.
And a river to fall into. Good news.
It was a bad landing.
Does it still operate?
Yeah, no, it's fine. The balloon part of it is dry. It's just the deck that's wet.
Sorry, airship with a balloon.
Yeah.
It's a helium balloon, isn't it? Does it say like 40th on the side? Or...
Maybe.
Okay.
Cool. Let's
Right.
go.
Before you guys leave, if we're splitting the party, I would like to give both of you a bardic inspiration to have for when you need it, if you need it.
Mhm.
Cool.
Oh, do
What
I
size
still
is your
have
dice?
You-
My dice are with the ability of being able to read a D8.
Ooh. That one.
How long do they last?
They last
10 minutes, I think.
10 minutes.
Okay, so I'd say
Yeah.
that Svarin you still have yours for the moment. You'll probably lose it in not too long. If you're one of the ones going to the airship, you'll probably lose it just before you get there. You
Nope.
can use it for stealth though.
Yes.
Faerun is team vampire, not a team assassin. I mean airship.
Mm.
Yes. Sorry. When you say team assassin, I know that you mean the airship, but I instantly go to vampire.
No, but the
It's a bit of both.
the,
bit of
actual
both, a
team
little
name
bit-
is Team Assassin. I mean airship.
I'm going to assume that this whole just chilling conversation was a short rest. In my head, I've decided.
Oh
to-
yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm
yes.
I'm going to recast Svarin's as well. So fresh bardic inspirations for everybody.
Hey.
Wonderful. Yes.
Fantastic. Also,
Okay.
in the meantime, everyone now has custom lyrics.
Okay.
We
I mean,
will-
do we get a flavor? A flavor of those lyrics?
Okay,
Are you gonna
so,
drop for us?
Tetch's is to the tune of Macho Man, which is lightning, lightning man, the powers of the tempest in his hand. Lightning, lightning man, his shooting sparks will make you understand. Go get it! Thank you. Svarin's is to the tune of Shake It Off. I was still in the middle of writing it when we came back from
It's
break.
fine.
Articulated joints, they can pose how they want, strong and smart and cool. He ain't nobody's fool.
amazing.
Thank you.
And then Fluffles is Fluffles so sneaky, keep majestic, full of poise, floofy and intriguing, most excellent and soft of toys, owner of the brain cell, has a minion baby, smart and psychic, she's all that. Fluffles the ragdoll cat. You can tell which one I spent the more time on.
Hey.
Okay, feeling very buoyed.
I think with that, you all feel this slight form of invigoration around you. And because that was amazing, all of your inspirations will last until all of your bardic inspirations will last until you choose to use them. So that they don't have a 10-minute time limit on them. And Daria, you will get inspiration yourself.
Woo!
You can either take it as advantage as per the rules, or you could take it as a bardic inspiration, as if you've given it to yourself without expending the use.
Go me.
You might
will let you
regret saying that there's no time limit, Josh, because I might see how long I can push that to the Toyland 3.
Yeah, maybe to a completely different character.
Are you still? You already owe me a Thundercats one from Tom's one.
I do owe you a Thundercats one. I'd hoping you forgot about that.
I have 2 dice. I'm just accumulating.
Okay,
Just to make
so
up for my -2 initiative.
that you -2 initiative that you now have disadvantage on as well. Yes. Right.
Draw
So
another card and hope it works if you want. But
yes, is there any preparations you'd like to do other than the inspirations that you'd like to do before you go, like drawing more cards? Because you might not get another. This is the moment where you go to walk out the door in a video game, and it goes, you're entering into the final boss level. Are you sure you're ready for this?
I will allow everyone to draw one more card should they wish it. Okay. Cool. Okay. We're getting down to the wire now. Let's see if I can remember what's been already, so I don't do doubles. Okay. Okay. So, Daria, I'll do you first. You have the Chancellor. Within 8 hours of drawing the card, you can cast Augury once as an action, requiring no material components. Use Intelligent Wisdom or Charisma as your spellcasting modifier. Okay, next up, going round my screen, I'll go with Faerun. Interesting. Let's have a look at this. It's those. Okay. Oh, I didn't look at that. Sorry, Josh, you might have to do some editing here.
You're all good.
Okay, Faerun. Beginning. Your hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 2d10 for the next 8 hours.
Well,
Wow.
perhaps that wasn't much of it. Thank you.
That's actually a pretty good one.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna just roll terribly though, unfortunately. Most probably. Yeah. Okay, 6. Add a 9. Sweet.
Nice.
Okay. And Tetch, you get Chaos. You gain resistance to one of the following types of damage chosen by the DM. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. And the resistance lasts for 1d12 days.
Interesting.
I already have lightning damage, so if can I have one of the others?
If cold, I reckon.
Okay.
That's
and
not
then-
ominous at all.
Okay.
Augury is the next 30 minutes, right?
Augury's the what, sorry?
The next 30 minutes. Is it the course
Oh
of
god,
action?
which one was it? Oh no! It was the Chancellor, wasn't it? For the
Yeah.
next 8 hours.
Oh, 8 hours.
No.
Yeah.
For the period of the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
The way the spell works.
From when it's cast.
Yeah. So you've got 8 hours. You've got 8 hours that you can for you to
Use
cast it, and then the actual spell itself says you get like 30 minutes in advance, which is going to be interesting because it requires you to contact something divine.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Martha.
is that the toy maker?
That would be the Toymaker,
Oh.
or something else.
Mhm.
Karen.
It could, Karen, God knows
Well,
what Karen actually is. Karen doesn't even know what Karen is.
Karen's mother is here.
Karen's, yeah.
Okay.
And for my
Interesting
own
point.
card-
Daria is also, she's a half elf. The other half is celestial.
Oh. What was the other half, Fluffles?
The other half of Daria.
Sorry, I got completely confused with what I was saying. What did you draw is what I meant.
I drew weirdly the order card. So I get resistance to another type of damage, either force, necrotic, poison, psychic, or radiant.
Mhm.
feel that as the DM, I should swap those 2 cards round because Fluffles is not order. Fluffles is chaos. Necrotic for you.
Necrotic. Excellent. And those are the cards.
Nice.
Excellent.
Gary puts the cards back away in his nappy. Any other preparations? Because I know there was some talk about invisibility being cast for
I will
stealth.
cast invisibility. I think I misunderstood something about the
Yes,
things, but I can do the 2 of us as a 3rd level spell.
okay, but Saren is going to reach out and tap you on the, like, almost like a high five, and will infuse you with Mind Sharpener so that you can use your reaction to succeed if you have to roll a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell.
Nice. That's very good for invisibility.
That's great because I have a -1 to Constitution.
Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! That is bad, but okay.
Bad, so you have helped.
Okay, so the question is, Daria, who are you casting invisibility on?
Fluffles is super sneaky. Like super sneaky.
Just not.
I think Tetch can, if they does get caught, Tetch can just explode things and leave. And I don't care about New Guy because I don't know New Guy, so I'm going to do it on Sparrin and myself, so I don't let Sparrin down.
Okay, so,
Much appreciated.
so Svarin and Daria disappear from view. Act just goes, oh wow, that's really cool. Right, shall we get going? I need to be quiet now because we're going to go stealth. And you watch as
in all of your hands.
Just one last thing. Sorry. I've been looking up and down my spell list to see if I have anything useful. I do not, but I do want to do something just because I want to feel useful. So while all of the conversations have been going on, I've been ritual casting Water Walk. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
It's only helpful if the airship isn't submerged. So.
I mean, it means we could just stand on the water and. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Well,
That
let's
was
go
good.
assassinate an annoying action man.
Was that in the head?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go. And you watch as he sort of spins round on the spot, and somehow his clothes change to that of like tight leather stealth type clothes, and he's got a 3 binocular thing on his head that he pulls down. Let's go.
Can I reverse guidance this thing?
Creaks open the door and it's like, and he goes off. You can reverse guidance it if you want. I'll allow it because that's hilarious.
Do you hear in your head, God, I hate this guy?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay, so I've got a minus a d4 from this. That's a d8. I want to pull out a d8, do I? I mean, you would all like me to pull out a d8, but I'm not going to.
I mean, surely you don't want to get him killed whilst he could also get you killed. You want to kill him when his usefulness is ended.
Oh no.
If he dies now, you don't know where the ship is.
I rolled a 3. And a 2 on the dice. That's a 1. He does have a +5 to stealth, so that's a 6 in total.
Okay.
I just didn't want to be the worst, but I still am.
What?
So
I have disadvantage to stealth, so I rolled a 5 and an 8, so my total is 4.
And Fluffles, you're going with... Who else is going with Team Assassin / Airship?
I was with Team Assassin / Airship.
Okay, and Tech, you was Team Assassin / Airship, weren't you? Or were you Team Vampire?
I was Team Assassin, I mean Airship.
Okie dokie. So, Fluffles, what was your stealth?
It was a 23.
Okay, so I think we'll get Daria and Svarin to roll as well, because you're both invisible. Yeah, we'll get you to roll with advantage, please.
Does it matter? Are we going anywhere?
Gotta go to the mayor's house.
No, I know. I just mean yours was so bad right out of the gate. I don't know.
We're literally just going to leave, and the vampires are just going to be drawn to us, completely clearing your path.
Strategy. You guys are the distraction. I'm the actual stealth.
Distraction,
Okay.
man.
Well, it wasn't great. It was 14.
Okay.
21.
Oh, okay. Right. So I'll sort of hold them all together as you all exit out of the Stuff and Fluff Tavern. You split off into your two groups, splitting the party, and Team Assassin / Airship go off and begin making a bit of a racket. Fluffles, you're able to stay quite stealthy, but act. And Tech, not so much. You're tripping over things and knocking into things, and you just watch as off in the sky, or like the roofs of the buildings, these bats, these vampire-headed bats, all start flapping up in the air and begin making their way towards all of you, like the three of you, like a swarm, as it were. Yes, you can also hear the sounds of groaning and moaning coming from levels of the street. As Daria and Svarin make their way towards where the mayor's house is, having been given instructions by Stuffstack, you can see coming out of some of the buildings there are these strangely grotesque looking creatures, made out of a similar material to the bugbear, except for their entire body is made out of this strange elasticated plastic, but in places it has melted as if they've been put too close to a fire, and the plastic skin is beginning to come off of the faces and the arms. These are zombies, elasticated zombies, as they begin moving towards the sound of the noise coming from Team Assassin / Airship. A pair of you are able to sneak past them and begin making your way towards the mayor's house. I think.
Just
Oops, sorry.
Just in case you weren't aware, you're going to have company.
I'm working with a bunch of amateurs.
Faerun is just creaking away, but it's not like really obvious. It's just the occasional creak.
You sound like the trees. It's very nice. It's very rhythmic.
So,
I'm not sure.
I think we should come to Team Assassin / Airship first, as they seem to be in the most peril at the moment.
Joy.
You have the choice. You can see these bats coming after you. You can see these elasticated zombie-style creatures coming after you as well. You have the choice. You can either try stealthing again, or you can make me either an athletics check, and it'll be athletics check for this round in order for you to push yourself to run. Actually, no, it'll be Constitution saving throw to push yourself to run.
I posit it to a third option.
Oh, yes.
I am a
just-
level 6 cleric.
Yes.
Therefore, my turn undead, I believe, should in fact be destroy undead.
It is indeed, yes.
And, you know, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I believe that zombies are undead. So I would like to attempt to destroy them.
You can indeed. What at 6th level, what level of undead do you destroy? In terms of CR rating, which is
Half or lower.
Okie dokie.
But they have to do a save, I believe. Fails its saving throw. Yes, but which saving throw?
Wisdom? Is it not?
Could be wisdom.
Sorry, clicking to my action tab. Action tab has got all the stuff that needs.
Action tab. Action tab.
Yes, it is a wisdom saving throw.
Right. It's an 11.
No.
Oh, okay. So, as you are, how does your channel divinity / destroy dead go?
Literally kind of reaches the gauntlet out and the LED in the palm
It's not a snap.
flickers. Huh? With snaps, yeah. Yeah, the LED in the palm just kind of crackles and lightning just shoots out and will crackle down each of them.
Just need to check if this is an undead. It is not. Okay. So as the wave erupts from you, would you have let these undead get a little bit closer to you so that you could get maximum effect on it?
Yeah, I mean they need to be within 30 feet of me, so I would have waited until one of them was within like 5, just so that they would all be a little bit closer.
Okay, so just as one's about to claw at you, just get into that position to be able to do that, you cast your channel divinity, and this wave erupts from you. It has no effect on the vampire bats that are flying around because they're not undead, and it hits into these zombies, and you watch as their elasticated flesh like stretches out as if they're being pushed away, and flakes of dust begin pulling off of them. Some of them are pushed back. They're not destroyed by it because they're slightly higher than half a CR. But because I don't agree with the fact that if you do that and it doesn't do anything, if they're a higher CR rating, you can see that they are visibly weakened by it.
But they should at least be turned.
Yeah.
Yes, they are turned, so they do stop in there. As this one's about to claw at your face, and its claws are like right at your snout, it stops and just stares at you for a moment, giving you a turn to do something before effectively its turn comes around and it has to move away from you.
Kiss.
A really long tongue comes out.
Nope. Well, being turned, it can't take reactions, so I am just going to slip away from it.
What are you going to say? Slip your tongue in? No! Oh, God. Right. Yes, so you run. The bats are still sort of flocking around you, and some of them dive in and will try and take pot shots at you. I am going to roll an attack for them, actually, just to see. Before I do that, Fluffles, what are you doing? Are you stealthing or are you just pegging it?
I think I'm probably just running at this point. It seems it's more fun.
Yeah, okay. So that means that you will become a target of the attack as well. So there's going to be attack on all 3 of you from different swarms of bats. So against Tetch, oh no, that's an 11.
No.
Against Fluffles, that is 22.
That hits. I will uncanny dodge it though as well.
Okie dokie. So that is going to be a total of. Oh no, actually, I got that wrong.
Is this going to keep the tradition of Fluffles going down in every single combat she's ever been in?
This is true. I thought it was just 1d4 piercing damage, but it's 2d4. You take 3 points of piercing damage, half to 1.
Ow! A little bit of fluff comes out, just the tiniest little bit. A thread comes loose.
A little thread. Then there is an attack on Act.
Crit.
We're all praying for it.
I critted with him.
Did you?
I did.
Moral dilemma. I have an item that I can reduce it. I'm not going to use it.
Oh God, why am I rolling ones? There we go. That's okay. So he takes 8 points of damage in total as a big swarm of the bats just sort of coalesces around him and starts ripping at his leather clothing. And it's not so much that the clothing is they start pulling at it. It's not so much that it's ripped. It's more that every time they get a bite of it and pull it and then let it go, it's the pinging on his plastic skin that is causing the pain.
Oh no, leave our colleague alone.
he doesn't look too good. With actions and movement, you are quickly able to leave the town and get yourselves into the woods. I would like both of you to roll me. I will give you the option of stealth or athletics to see if you can outrun or maneuver away from the bats and lose them in the trees.
I got a 25 on stealth.
Nice.
I mean, I don't have disadvantage on athletics, so it will be that one for me.
Okay.
21. 19 plus 2.
I made this really cool NPC that I thought was going to be really cool, and he's not. Right.
Attraction man get.
A 5.
Death to act.
Right. So as you leave the town and make your way into the woods, Fluffles, you choose to pull back a little bit and instead hide within the trees. You're still moving, but moving a bit slower and a bit more purposefully to watch where they're coming from. And I should roll perception for them, really, shouldn't I? I don't know why I bothered. And you get within the trees and lose them. Tetch, you outrun them. You just pelt it through the trees at a quicker pace. You run past where Fluffles is. You can't see where Fluffles is, but you run past where Fluffles is, and you outrun the bats. They can't keep up with you. Fluffles, as you have gone a little bit slower, you do hear the sound of, what's going on? Oh, bloody things, get off me! As, Act is dancing around with these bats swooping in on him, and he disappears in a different direction, leading the remainder of the bats away from the two of you. He did tell you where the airship was, though, so you can go to it.
Cool.
If you so wish. And as you get to a large pond, we will flick over to Team Suckers. What are we calling this team? We've got Team Assassin / Assassin No Airship, but we didn't come up with a team name for. What do you reckon?
I imagine that Soren had very little choice in the name of the team, and it was just Team Daria.
I wouldn't call it about myself, but I was thinking, kind of like Daria and her glorious company go forth to. But then I just kind of got too long, and I think it actually needs to be the name of a series, maybe a documentary.
I think everyone could hear this, we could all hear this in our heads. You're not just talking to me, so you're getting this as you're running away from.
What's a documentary?
Oh, it's when people follow you and they talk about how great.
I'm not actually interested.
Oh dear, right.
Became Invisibard.
I honestly thought Talia was going to be really mean to me then and give yourselves a really long team name that I needed to say every time I said your team name.
Invisibard is good.
No, my problem is I'm trying to come up with the Taylor Swift pun on the top of my head, and I'm not doing a very good job.
That's fine. We'll come back to that. We'll circle back around to it.
Team Bad Blood. Oh.
None of us have blood, so I guess it works.
Team No Blood.
Well, yeah. Bad blood works because it can't be sucked out of us.
Bad blood because everyone's based on someone from the real world.
Yeah, maybe.
Right. Anyway, yes, your team, currently unnamed. Daria is cycling through ideas in their head at the moment, and the rest of you can hear it.
Switch it on as opposed to shake it off, because we want to switch on the sun.
Okay.
Stick it off. Stick it off.
Switch it on. Switch it on.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that. Switch it. Did you say?
Switch it on.
Switch it on.
Switch it on. Okay. So Switch It On, Team Switch It On are making their way towards the mayor's house. Or switch it off, yeah. You circle around a corner and you can see the mayor's house right in front of you. You can tell it's the mayor's house because it is like a Barbie's dollhouse. But in places there is lots of fluff and fur and things all over the place, making it look a lot more like it would be suitable for a Care Bear, effectively. You can see that the front doors are open to this house, and you can enter in if you'd like to. Would you like to enter? If you would like to, you can roll me a stealth check, unless you just want to barrel in.
Doing the stealth thing, right?
We can
Otherwise-
stealth. We're invisible.
Yeah, what else are we invisible for if we're not stealthing? That is better. That is a 17.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Ooh, okay. Awesome. So you're both. I think I need to roll a check for someone who might be here. No, I was about to say your passive perception isn't that bloody low. I know that for a fact. Do-do-do. Natural 24.
That's stealth. For
Yes.
24.
Okay. So as you both walk into the room, into this building, you can instantly feel that there is a set of eyes on you.
In our
With the
general
natural,
direction.
in all directions.
We are invisible.
Yeah.
You are invisible. However, there are eyes on you. With the natural 20, I will say that you are able to witness something swoop down to attack you, and you're able to move both of you out of the way so you're not hit by it. So you sort of grab Faerun and push them or back, like, tackle them out of the way as this large winged figure swoops in and skids onto the floor. You watch as their wings sort of fold away into their body, and you just hear this hum, hum, hum. I see some people have come to rid me of my new home. And this figure turns round with piercing red eyes, fangs, swept black hair. Strangely enough, they have got these like big muscly arms, but one of the arms is green, the other arm is like a claw, and their legs are almost like one is really, really big and one is really, really skinny. This is more of a modern toy reference, but if anybody's ever seen the Mashers toys, where they take like superheroes and you can take like Captain America's head and put it on Spider-Man's body and swap the body parts around, it's like one of these toys. My name is Strahd von Zara Switch.
Really wish I had boo cards now.
Hang on, I got you.
Yay! I wanted it for this one. This is my new home.
How many invisible intruders? One invisible intruder.
Yeah.
I would like
I
for
think a
you to
little bit more
leave.
counting. We just came to collect something.
Oh, interesting. Was it my head by chance? And he watches he takes his big green hand, puts it on top of his head, and pops his head off. Because I can give it to you if you like.
No, no, thank you. I'm married.
Not quite. It will be out of your hair very, very soon. Just ignore us.
Oh, I
Heck.
do not think so. You have come to take me away from my home, have you not? You are not people that I
Not
recognize.
Per se, we're just delivery people.
Delivery people home. is-
Collection. We're collection people.
Collections, Yes.
If you are collection people, why are you invisible? Yes, I'm gonna do
Because
it now.
delivery and collection should be inconspicuous.
That
No
is
one
a
wants to see the help.
that is a strangely good answer.
I'm sorry. I should not be the one attempting to say my persuasion is not very good.
I am just cheering you on.
What is
In collections, we are being inconspicuous. We also have a side business in home inspections, just to make sure that everything's up to code. So we're just here to help inspect the home and then collect anything that might be causing your property any damage.
Oh, make me I was about to say perception. Make me a persuasion roll.
Okie dokie.
Look,
24.
Okay. Ah, you should have told me you were coming. I would have made this place look a little more doom and gloom like I am used to.
It's not a home inspection if you're expecting us. We have to see how you live in the moment.
Why is it that you are both bringing these logical things to my door? This is not a serious version of Strahd.
You don't say.
Because we have countless things to collect.
No, that's pause. I want boo. I put the wrong thing up.
You wanted to boo so hard you tried to pause the game.
Try to end the session.
Rage quit. No.
I'm done now. Bye.
Okay.
Count me out.
My one pun. And you hate it so much. It's fine.
We appear to be at a standoff. What is it you wish to do? I can see you. You might as well drop your invisibility.
I mean, you can see us, but it stops all of the other people who are like, why aren't you taking our packages and then we have to go? But it's not your package collection day. Your package collection day is like the third Sunday of the month. Not every day. Please stop grabbing us. There's an actual system to this. It just makes it easier.
Right. Your logic is somewhat flawed, but yet it makes so much sense. What is it you would like to collect from me?
I say we're just going to go and check for the home inspection to make sure everything's up to code, that you're living in this comfortably, and that you're going to survive happily. We'll go and collect some of the items that might be causing you any peril, and then we'll be on our way. You don't mind us. Bye-bye.
Right. I apologize for attacking you. I thought you were adventurers who had come to snuff out my life. I will go back to my perch and await your review.
I'm just going to get out a magical clipboard and just... Anyway, tell me.
Yes, let's continue. In your head. Well, that was better than we expected.
Oh, good. Just smile and nod. Just keep smiling and keep nodding.
Right. I do not know what to do with myself now. I was expecting to rip some heads off, but apparently that is not on the cards. I will
Number 1 on list, randomly attacks visitors not safe for any maintenance workers. Demerit.
Oh no. I feel very self-conscious. I will, and just disappears. Just sort of turns into mist and disappears.
Right. Is there a way to make our way inconspicuously down to the basement where the spare battery is?
You're still invisible, unless you dropped it.
Nope.
Nope. So you're still invisible.
If Strahd can see through invisibility, then it's moot.
He
guess.
can see. Sorry.
It's moot, I guess.
Yes, he can see through invisibility. However, doesn't stop you from trying to be stealthy as normal. So you can roll stealth checks without advantage.
Who are we hiding from? I guess. If the homeowner knows we're there,
we're hiding from the truth.
Yes.
You both hear in your head. First time infiltrating a powerful house.
I usually just get invited in.
You have much to learn, my young Padawans.
Well, that is a 19.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good. Yeah, also 19.
Nice. Let me just check something's passive perception quickly. Because Strahd is not in the room, so it won't be against Strahd's stats, it'll be against something else. With a passive perception of 13, I don't think these things are going to see you. As you make your way around, you can see that there are at least 4 sets of very shiny looking clockwork style armor around, maybe animated, you don't know, but their heads move and sort of surveying the area, but they can't see you. You quickly find a door that leads down into the basement area. As you get down there, you can see that there is a large light bulb in the middle of the room. And by large, I mean huge. It's a very big light bulb. You have to go through a little tunnel, and the light bulb is at the end of the tunnel in this basement area. You can see on one of the walls there is a lever that you can pull, if you want to.
Can I do some kind of, I don't know, sussing out to try and see where this lever leads to, or like what mechanism it has?
You can indeed. So you could roll me either an investigation, or I would argue Arcana if you wanted.
Investigation seems like a better option because I rolled a 9, but it's a 15.
So with a 15, having a look around the room and seeing where this lever could possibly lead, looking up at the ceiling, you can see that there looks to be a large slit that goes from the entrance where you've just come from right across the entire room to the end wall.
I propose we pull the lever. Daria.
Sorry, I was thinking of Song Skin. I was distracted.
Pull the lever!
Pull the
Daria.
lever! Is this the right lever?
Wrong lever!
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
So you pull the lever, the lever, sorry, I said leather. You pull it, and you hear the sound of mechanisms and a loud and almost like metal tearing as the slit in the ceiling begins to open out. Bits of soil and plastic flowers and things begin lightly falling in. It's not like a heavy downpour, but they begin lightly falling in, and you watch as these lights begin lighting up around a platform that this effective light bulb is sitting on, and it begins rising up and out of the tunnel. It's as if the town is actually Tracy's Island from Thunderbirds. As that is raising up and you can climb up on the platform to come up with it, we flick back to Fluffles and Tetch, the Assassins No airship team. As you are stood around this large pond, you can see draped in the trees above, there looks to be 2 different balloon type things, and just off to the side, looks like it's snapped off and rolled a little bit down into the woods. There looks to be a large helium canister. You don't know what a helium canister is, but I'm saying it so you know what a helium canister is.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But okay. Is Act far behind us?
You can hear him, but you can't see him. But he is drawing the the bats away, the vampire bats, the Strahd bats.
We need to reassemble the ship.
It would appear so. Are you familiar with this sort of vehicle at all?
I've worked with boats on occasion.
I know how to drive a boat, but an airship feels like it would be a different beast.
I'm up for the challenge, but honestly, I normally fall into the role of the person figuring things out because I normally work with absolute idiots.
but I'm willing to give it a go.
I'm afraid fixing things isn't really my forte. If we collect the bits together, do you think that you could have a look?
I can give it a go. I've done it before. By God, I can do it again.
Indeed. Yeah, I'll try and fetch some of the bits and pieces. Taking advantage to walk across the pond, seeing as I went to the trouble of...
Nice and water walk, yeah. As you walk across the pond, you can have a look down, and it does look like there is a ship that has been submerged into the water, and the strings and ropes that are attached to the balloons are attached. One's attached to the front of the ship, and one is attached to the back of the ship, because sod remembering the different terminologies for a ship, because I'm terrible at it. But front and back, there are
prow and aft.
Yeah.
Head in the butt.
Head in the back. There you go.
Or
There
the
you go.
stern. Oof.
And there looks to be a tube that comes off of both of the balloons in the trees that seems to be just laying around aimlessly on the floor that might connect to something. The only thing that is actually loose is the helium balloon. That's the helium bottle canister thing.
Is Gary with us?
Gary is with you.
Excellent. You and Gowie collect the pieces together, and I will connect.
Excellent. Let's do this.
So
I get the
you do
feeling
that.
our parties probably should have been a little bit swapped.
As you begin gathering the supplies together, the helium canister doesn't feel too heavy, so you're able to pick that up, especially with Gary's help, and move that into position. I would ask for a sleight of hand check from Fluffles, please.
Oh, absolutely. I can do that.
Oh, guidance. Pro guidance, not con guidance.
Thank you. What do I get for guidance again?
D4.
Excellent. Okay.
Although I should hope that the helium canisters are light. They're full of helium. Come on, man.
I got 26.
26. They are deceptively heavy. It's strange, especially the small ones. 20. It was over 20, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You, as the canister is pulled into place, you can see that there looks to be two nozzles that are still sticking out the top of it with the twisty bit underneath. You very easily determine that the two tubes connect into that, and then you begin twisting the and you fit them on perfectly, so there's no it's not lax, so it won't come, so they won't just ping off. So you put them on, you begin twisting it, and you hear the sound of helium going through the tubes and into the balloons, and you watch as these balloons begin to expand, and as they begin to expand, the strings that they're attached to begin to rise up and taut, and you can feel the ground around you shake a little bit as the ship is being pulled out of the puddle, knocking into the sides and things, and it lifts out, water spraying everywhere. Gary stands in front of you, Fluffle, so you don't get sprayed with water, cleans off some of the glitter that was on his nappy and baby grow, and you can see that the ship is beginning to rise up and up and up. The canister has sort of lifted off the air as well, is now smashing into the side of the ship. As it was raising up, you could see that there is a compartment right on the deck of the ship where that helium bottle would fit, but the ship is rising up. Would you like to try and climb on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Can you both make me either acrobatics or athletics, please, to climb?
That will be.
Or if you have a climb speed, you're fine.
I got 28 on acrobatics.
Nice.
19 on athletics.
Okay, so I mean that was you managed to get on it before it gets to the point where it's going to be a bit difficult to climb. You both get onto the deck. You can pull the canister up. As you go to pull the canister up, you watch as almost sort of like moonwalking / running for his life out of the trees. Act comes out. He's like, "Oh yeah, you managed to get the airship. Okay, I'm coming." And he hops onto the canister as you begin pulling it up as the bats are attacking him.
will help as well, right, to try and pull him up.
Yeah, in your head, Tetch, it's we will pick our moment and push him out. Agreed?
Of course. Can't throw him off the ship if he's not on the ship.
Excellent.
The canister comes onto the deck. You fall off of the canister, and you can put it in place. And Act moves over towards the helm and goes, right, our setting is that way. And he points that way with his hand. I realised that I had to do it properly and not actually do that. So he points that way and goes, that way. And it begins turning the ship, and it begins turning around and heading towards, well, it's still floating up at the moment. You watch as he puts his foot down on a large button that's near the helm, and you hear whirling sounds. At the back of the ship, there are these fans. They look like they're the battery-powered fans that we have in the winter. Look like they've been stuck to the side of the ship and begin spinning, and the ship moves towards the town. Because, aha, we shall be there in a moment. There is a grappling hook on the front over there. You could use that to get the battery, and we can take it up to the sun. He starts dancing. I don't know why this Action Man is dancing. Action Man's supposed to be cool. He starts dancing.
My action men were always accessories for my Barbies because I needed more guys.
Same.
Oh god, your Barbies just had a harem.
No, they were just like, I did a lot of just like war tactics and fantasy world building, and I needed like just general helpless civilians, so that's what the action men were for.
Nice, I approve.
I know that you're all probably too young for this, but ever since we started building an airship, I've had the Teddy Ruxpin theme tune in my head.
How's that go?
Looking at all of the blank faces. Yes, okay.
Sorry.
Apologies.
Never apologise for being too young.
I'm not that much younger than you, but I don't have that. I don't think I had that kind of television when I was little.
Unfortunately not for me. Sorry.
Carry on. Google it later.
Yes.
You're welcome.
And yes, so you all begin making your way towards the town. As you are sailing towards the town, you can see that part of the town floor has opened up, and this large light bulb has begun raising out of the ground, and you can see two tiny little figures stood next to it.
Tetch, in your head, you hear, I think we are high enough now. I will bring Act to the trap door and distract them. You shove. Agreed?
Agreed.
Oh my god, Act, look over there. Is that glitter pouring out of a chimney?
Glitter? Oh, I must have a look at this. And he walks over to where there's this big telescope thing, and he begins looking out of it. He pops the telescope off of its stand and stands over the edge and leans forward and is properly looking. I cannot seem to see it. Where is it?
Now.
Can I use Thunderwave?
Yes. What do I need to roll?
Constitution.
Constitution isn't too bad.
If it doesn't work, I'll sweep his legs out from under him, but just to help.
I rolled 2 for 6.
Cool. That will be 2d8 thunder damage. I don't know when we decided that we didn't like the helpful NPC rather than the actual vampire. Sorry?
We decided immediately.
Yeah. How does Thunderwave look when you cast it?
That's 10 d8. Sorry, 10 damage, 10 thunder damage, and is pushed 10 foot away.
Okay, so how does it look though when you do it? You just clap your hands? Do you let off some wind?
All of Tetch's stuff is like very kind of thunder and lightning, so it would be a kind of he calls lightning down from the sky, which it's slightly pixelated and animated, as if it was added in After Effects after this was shot. And then, and as everybody knows, thunder follows lightning, so the crackles into the hand and then a boom.
You watch as he's looking over the edge. He goes, "Oh my God, it's getting rather cloudy up here. We must be careful." And then, boom, and he flies off the edge and goes, "Oh no, Act is blasting off again."
I guess he wasn't careful.
He disappears
Nicely
into the
done.
trees. Flicking back to team switch it on or switch it off. Switch it on off. You are both stood on this platform as it is raised up to town level, and you can see this airship coming towards you. You watch as a crack of lightning that looks like it's been copied and pasted in at the last minute cracks down, and then you watch as a figure that looks like Act is sent flying off the edge of the ship and disappears into the tree line.
Good job.
I do not believe that this is what the inspection required. Is it? As stood on top on the roof.
Well, could be grabbed by small children's hands, not health and safety accurate. Demerit. You're not helping. I'm going to demerit you next. I feel like owner obstructing house inspection. Demerit. Let's go think of the next thing.
I feel really bad, but I cannot allow you to take that charger up to the sun. I must stop you.
You don't.
Very Italian for a moment.
Yeah.
It's a very multicultural strat, this is.
We are not taking it to the sun. We were inspecting the lever.
Then I will go and pull the leather, and we shall return the bulb to the charger, to where it once came.
Of course.
And he turns into mist, disappears into the crack, and you hear a lever be pulled.
Can we
and
still see him?
You can see him through the crack.
Can I throw something at him?
You can.
Before he manages let me throw a javelin. I don't know.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, you can get a javelin through the crack.
Yeah. Nice. And then it's also the thing that I cast returning weapon on. So, oh shit. Sorry.
You all right?
I should not have rolled digitally.
What did you
Well,
roll?
That
12.
was a 9. Wait, a 12? I rolled digitally. I actually can't see the thing. It's a 9. It's a 9.
Have bardic inspiration.
Oh yes, I do. I'm not sure that's going to help, but I shall use it. Which one is the D8? Oh my goodness.
A diamond? Is it a diamond looking
Yeah,
one?
no, I know. Oh, it's all bad. It's all bad.
I always get confused between the D8 and the D10.
So it's a 10? Flat 10.
Oh, yeah. You throw
Yeah.
the javelin, it goes through the crack, perfect shot, but it just embeds itself just above Von Zara Switch's head and then disappears and reappears on your hand. He looks up and goes, "That was uncalled for."
We were trying to make sure that it is in perfect working order, so it must reach its full range of motion.
Understood.
Faerun looks at Zara's like,
Pulls the switch, and you begin slowly descending back into the basement.
Do I have one to give me?
do you have Bigby's hand? No. Can you pull it back down? I don't know.
I've got levitate. I'm just gonna strum my instrument and just cast levitate
On the
battery.
You cast it on the battery, and it begins floating into the air because it's pretty much made of glass and is effectively a light bulb. It weighs nothing anyway, so you pick it up and it begins floating up and up just as the airship comes over as well. I do not believe that you are here to bring me. In fact, I'm going to roll for this because. Oh, that was an 11. His insight would be wisdom, so it's only a 13. So he's probably not. I do not like the fact you are taking that to the sun. Could you please bring that back down to me?
I know what's happening, sir. I've got nothing to do with this. I'm concerned that you are not able to keep your dangerous items safely under lock and key to prevent it being moved around. Now, we should go see what's going on, because if this is happening with one thing, what's happening with the rest of it? You could be causing an enormous reaction. They could be doing things that are bad for you and for the town. I am worried and concerned about your safety, sir, and I might actually have to ask you to temporarily vacate the premises for your own well-being if I'm not satisfied here. Let's go to the next room. Come on.
Right, you're still on the platform as it descends downwards. Make me a persuasion roll, please. I'm going to roll
27.
another insight.
You can't beat me.
I can't beat you.
No.
I mean, I rolled a 19, but I've only got a +3 to it.
I'm an eloquence bard. You literally cannot beat me on persuasion and deception rolls.
All right, yes, I shall come with you. Let us go inspect one of the other rooms, looks to Zarin. If you could please return the battery to where it belongs, please. And he comes with you, Dario. You're going to have to go with Strahd.
Fantastic. Go to the right place. It's good. Put it in the airship. Put it in the airship. Put it in the airship.
Yeah.
I am very confused.
I think Faerun is going to just recognize that, but say to the others, the battery is on its way up. I will follow Daria, just because it's probably best that you're not on your own with. Like there's too much splitting up happening.
If it's floating towards the airship, can I use that? So I'm trying to look at which cantrip it is. I think it's Druid Craft.
I could mage hand push it your way. Yes.
I mean, if you're close enough. I was just going to say as it gets kind of closer to us, I was going to use the puff of air, like minor effect, to kind of just guide it onto the deck.
Yeah. A combination of the two will do it. It floats onto the deck. It's still currently floating while Daria has concentration on it. So you're able to, if you want to, raise the ship up with it. So if it does drop, it doesn't smash, and begin making your way up to the sun if you want.
Let's sail this into the sun.
Onwards and upwards.
And up, and up, and up, and up you go. When will you stop? Nobody knows. Well, I do, but you know. Going back, just because I want to see what's going to happen here. Flicking back to Daria and Faerun as you are walking through the house with Strahd. Strahd is like, this is my dungeon. I have not quite finished it yet. There is not enough body parts in here, and I have not managed to get all of my tools here.
I can tell I will say this is the first room that I see that is coming towards meeting standards. It's not quite there, but I can see the vision.
Right, and he turns around and you can see there's another room that looks more like a closet, and there's a bunch of different arms and legs hanging up on there with the little joints, but they're all in the colours of Strahd. So, yes, this is my spare parts room. If I ever lose a piece of myself, I have more of me I can connect together. It's not a very interesting room, I'm sorry. Here is my other dungeon. You do not need to go into this room. You watch as there is a red room that he closes the door off and locks it.
Conducting inspection.
I will take the fall for this one. You may mark me down for this room.
$50 demerit.
Damn it! Is there anything else that you need to see?
Could we see the security perimeter then? Just to make sure that you're going to be safe and secure from outside forces.
Yes, the security perimeter is outside. Let us go out the front door and I shall show you. As he begins walking towards the front door.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm just going to get distracted and wander off. And just look under the couch.
Oh, what is under the couch?
Oh, It's more than what's not under the couch.
What should be under there?
I was expecting traps, some sort of just like buffet, something out of the ordinary, but no, it's just dust.
Oh, I shall have to have a think. Is this Homes Under the Strahd? I said, welcome to Roll Together RPG, where we do Homes Under the Strahd.
Homes under the Hammer Horror.
Yeah. Right. Yes, I will definitely add traps to my list. Please come with me, and we will check the security perimeter. And he
Faerun is following behind.
walks outside and yes, as you can see, I have got a nice lovely fence around this property, and I have plenty of guards around. And he clicks his rather large fingers, and a bunch of zombies appear. There, and he just happens to glance up and he goes, your airship is flying awfully high.
Not ours. I don't know who it belongs to. Let's have a look-see.
I am very confused. Just gonna roll a check. Damn it! Okay. Strahd is intelligent. I'm not rolling well.
This Strahd ain't too bright, is he?
Yeah.
He switched out his brain and forgot to put it back.
Well, I'm not trying to. It's like perhaps you should try and do something about that.
About what? About the airship? I can go and stop it if you'd like.
Well, we should finish here first.
Good. Yes, I agree. As you can see, we have done a perimeter check. Is there anywhere else you'd like to see?
Oh, could we bring all of your zombies in closer as well? Maybe into the door.
Yes. And you watch as he unclicks his hand, his green hand, and puts it into a pocket, which is very similar to how Gary puts things into his nappy. Just puts things into a pocket that disappears, rummages around and pulls out another hand. This hand has got what looks to be like a trumpet attached to it, and he plonks it into place and he puts it to his mouth and he blows into it, and this trumpet noise echoes around the town, and you watch as more zombies and more zombies and more zombies and more zombies and loads of bats all begin circling around. There is would somebody like to roll me in fact, can everybody roll me a D100, please? Let me just pull out my calculator.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
So I will go for going by those noises. I will say Sean and Evie. I will take your two numbers first.
Got a 97.
97. What did you get, Sean?
Day 97.
Mhm.
93.
Okay, so there are 190 swarms
Okay.
of bats. And then for Zavarin and Daria, what did you both get?
71.
34.
There are 105 zombies all in this area. The swarm of bats far outnumber the zombies, and they're all dotted around all the different houses of Miniville.
Okay.
There is a lot of them.
Could I get my dear fanged friend to bring all of these with him to him so I can do an inspection and actually maybe bring them within the house?
Of course, I don't think there is enough space in the house, but I will certainly bring as many of them in as I can.
It would be excellent. You've got all of those basement floors, you've that attic, and the bats can fly. It's going to be fine.
Come on, friends, we are having a house party. Yeah.
He's now act.
So
Was
here's
that
the thing, because essentially what I want to do is to get as many of them within this one location as I can, and then I have a spell I want to cast on the doorway to make it difficult for any of them to get out.
Okay. Oh no. Everybody enters in. All of the bats fly in through the windows. They're almost on top of each other. There's not much space. You can shut the door if you like.
Fantastic. So the spell I want to cast is called There's Mischief, and I basically make a 20-foot cube of space, and it creates one of 4 effects. And the effect could be they're charmed by me, or that they're all blind and being distracted by flowers in their face, or that they're all giggling and incapacitated and wandering around, or it's difficult terrain.
Okay. Do you need to roll for it, or do you get to pick?
I think I need to roll a d4.
I'm hoping it's not the last one.
So I rolled
I'm
a
one of the funny
2.
ones.
So
Good.
with this one, within the 20-foot space by the door, which they all have to get out for us to do, because Strada's now shut the lever and
Mhm.
bouquets of flowers appear all around, and each creature who goes in the cube or passes through the cube must succeed on a dex saving throw or be blinded until the start of the next turn as flowers spray water in their faces.
Right. So I will roll for the bats and zombies as not as 2 separate things, but I won't roll for. I'm not rolling for 190 bats. We will be here until next week. So the bats roll dexterity. Did you say?
Yes.
Bats rolled a 15.
That does not meet my spell save.
Okay, and the zombies. My dice fell on the floor. 1 second. That's why I should use a dice tray. Nope, they fail. So both the zombies and bats are blinded. Strahd then needs to roll. Oh, he rolled a 19. That's good.
No, he didn't. Silvery barbs.
He rolled a 14, which is dex save. 14 plus 9 is 24. 23.
Oh. Just hold his hands gently as he gives everything else going, oh, are you okay? You fell down. Oh, no.
So the bats have got blind sight, so they start flying into each other, but then they realise, oh, we can't see, so they sort of separate themselves out. The zombies, however, do get blinded. I'll say that all of them get blinded trying to get out of the door, and because of this, and because of how many of them there are in here, they do hinder anything that Strahd wants to do. He can't move or do anything himself. He's like, oh no, I appear to be stuck in my own house.
Oh no, that's such a shame. Let me go and see if I can find something to rescue you. Wait a moment. And then just going, Spawn, let's go. Let's go quickly while they're distracted. I'm going to grab Faerun and run away.
Yep.
You can run as you begin running away. For Fluffles and Tetch, you get to what looks to be the ceiling, or as high as you can go. The balloons seem to stop, and you are next to this large contraption where this big white and grey shade, and there seems to be in the center of it a darkened version of the battery that you have.
Do we swap it out?
Oh, it would seem that that's the best course of action. Do you have anything to aid you with such a thing?
Well, I can't really lift it, but if you lift it into the place,
Mm-hmm.
then I can kind of finesse it and finagle it into position.
Sure. You'll guide and I'll lift.
Yes.
Okay, so in order for you to get the old one out, because it's currently not under the effects of levitate, it's going to be slightly more difficult. So it's going to require a strength athletics check in order to twist it out and pull it. Once it's out, it's light enough for you to do whatever you want with, but it's just that initial twist that you need to do.
Yeah, shall I give that a go? The strength one?
Sure, I can help.
Yeah, you can
Please
give
do.
the help action. Yeah.
Well, the first one was a natural 1. Then I rolled a 3, so that's still only a 5.
Okay, so you try to move it, and you look at it, and it looks like part of the mechanism is rusted. So it's going to take a bit more oomph in order for you to actually break it out of its position. I will let you roll again.
May I give it a go?
You
Yeah.
can give it a go, yeah, and with advantage from Tetch.
You
Excellent.
both have bardics if you need it.
Yes.
Yes. So what? I rolled a 10 on the dice, and then I'm going to use the bardic and a side-bolstered knack, so it's an extra 2d8.
Okay.
So that was my plan. It's an extra 8, so that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 23, 24, 25.
So with Tetch's help, you hear this crunching noise as all of this rust sort of falls away from the mechanism, and you push it along and pull this battery or bulb out. Once it's out, it's nice and light. You can see that on the inside, it looks like something's fizzled and popped, and there seems to be this dark burn marks on the inside that seems to have stained the glass. But you are able to pull that out onto the ship, and you can.
Oh no, I throw it off.
You just throw it off.
Yeah.
Does it land on the mayor's house?
Make me a luck roll, please, Evie. A D100.
D100. Okay.
Don't crush us.
Jesus Christ. 99. Jesus fucking Christ.
As you throw it off and you use the levitate from Daria to begin to put the other bulb in place, we sort of come away from all of our characters for the moment, and we go down into the woodland area, and we see hanging out of a tree, brushing themselves off, is Act, and he's like, "Oh well, those people weren't very nice, were they? I'm going to have to try and get my airship back somehow." It seems that they are doing something. I'm going to go and have a look. And as he walks out of the woods, smash! As the light bulb just lands on him. Oh no. Yes.
He didn't
So
see the light.
sorry,
I said he didn't see the light.
he didn't see the light. There we go. that was a perfect boo. I'm going to boo it. Perfect. As the pair of you push the bulb in place and go to click it, I'm going to need both of you to make me Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh,
Now I roll badly, so I bolstered knack again. Still not going to be good, but I may as well use it.
I have the +1s from the deck card. But
Yes.
that's only a 7, so I'm going to roll my D8. Oh, and I got another 7, so I got, hang on, 7 on the dice, plus my 1, and then another 7, so 15.
15. Okay, so the DC for that was 15. So sorry, Evie, what did you roll again?
12.
12. Okay, so with that, as you click the last bit into place, just before anything happens, we circle back down to Daria and Faerun as you're both running away, probably looking up at the airship to see where it is. You hear a smashing noise come from behind you as this large bat flies out of the building and lands at the front of the house and transforms back into Strahd von Zauer's switch. He looks around and goes, it appears we have been deceived. I must let you all out. And he looks up and goes, "Oh no, they are near the sun!" And he begins trying to pull at the doors to try and let his people out. What would you two like to do?
We're nowhere near that.
You're gone. You can. I would say that the pair of you watch as Act is the one that gets crushed, sort of like smushed by the by the bulb. He's like, "Hey, French!" And just as the clicking motion comes into place, I don't know if anybody else has done this when they've changed the light bulb. They forgot to turn the main switch off. Sorry. So as you click it, there's an instant flash of light. You're both blinded, and you'll both suffer 1 point of burn damage is the bulb itself instantly gets hot, but you sort of stumble back onto the ship. I'm going to need dexterity saving throws, actually, just in case you fall over the edge, because you're blinded.
Oh, I am rolling horribly.
Yeah.
I'm going to use all my psi bolsters next. Why not? It's a one-shot.
Might as well.
Ooh.
With my +1s, that's only a 3.
Ugh.
Eee.
Actually, how far above me in the air?
They're
How,
near
how,
the
how far is
ceiling.
60 feet in reality? How high are you?
They are probably about 300 feet in the air.
Could we fudge it because it's a one shot?
No, just catch them as they come down.
What would you like to do?
Well, I haven't given the positive effect of the silvery bulbs to anybody.
Oh, advantage.
I'd say that you could have done that on the way up. I would say while they were still traveling up, they would have been in range for you to have sort of pinged it towards one of them. You could just send them through the window. So yeah, I'd say Tetch can roll it again.
You sure?
What does Fluffles get?
Oh, 26.
Oh, okay. Fluffles is fine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just going to say the blindness only lasts for a round, so after a round, Fluffles' eyesight will come back, but we'll just see what happens with Tetch.
That's still only an 8.
Okay. Unfortunately, Tetch, you go to step where you think the deck of the ship is, but unfortunately the ship has moved slightly, so you slip, and you slip between the gap of where the airship is and the light shade, and you fall, and you begin falling, and falling, and falling, and falling. Yes. Do you have anything to help?
Me? Nope.
Yes. Does anybody else have anything?
I mean, at a stretch, I could use Gust of Wind to try and arrest my fall, like pointing it downwards. But that would have to be my Hail Mary. I really am not built for flying. Really more of a sailor.
As we can see by the
This might be bullshit, but Gary is up there with us.
I like bullshit.
Can we make some sort of roll to see if Gary can make a grab?
Ooh, now Gary is a magic. I don't care. Roll it. Gary's a magic item. Yeah, do it.
No, he's a common item.
He's a common item. Do it.
But he's magic in his soul.
He'll use the commoner stats, so it'll just be a flat roll.
Sure. Ooh, 15.
15. So I would say that you, Gary, Gary doesn't catch you, but Gary does scoop you up with the buggy, with the pram, scoops you up, and accidentally flicks you a little bit higher in the air before you fall fallen again. He almost catches
Gary.
you.
Okay. I am going to look at Faerun, who is quite strong, and with their permission, I'm going to touch them and cast Fly on Faerun.
Okay.
So, superhero fly up into the air and grab him. It's a touch spell, so I can't do it on him from a distance.
Okay. Do I have to?
Oh, you don't have to. I just thought it's the only thing I can do, and I can't do levitate anymore. But I can do fly. But I can't fly on him. I can only fly on someone I can touch.
I suppose. Well, can I fly as fast as terminal velocity?
I mean, there's the age-old story of if you were to,
Well, you fall 60 foot around. You fly 60 foot around, so...
There's the age-old story of Superman trying to catch Lois Lane when she's fallen out of the building, with the fact that he's supposed to be made of steel. He'd cut her in half. But we're not your toys, and it's a one-shot. So I would say that with flying up, without physically trying to catch Tetch, if you were to sort of like fly up and then swoop back down and grab, you could slow his descent to the point where he would land safely on the floor.
Okay. I will attempt to do that.
Awesome. Athletics check, just to maintain, because he will still be falling with quite some force. So it's just to see if he takes any damage or is completely free of damage.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 3 on the dice. That makes it a 10. So it's very average.
Bardic
Red.
inspiration. You're doing great.
Yeah. Tetch could also use guidance if you want.
I mean, it's
Will
a
you be
touch spell.
concerned with that?
It's a touch spell, so I would have to literally like.
It's like
I'll-
slap me.
Yeah.
Like I touch you as you're going past. You just slip through my fingers. And then...
Yeah, I'll guidance.
Okay, so that's a 7 and where's the d4? And a 2. So that is a 19.
19. Right. Okay. So Tetch is still going to take some damage. However, instead of it being 30 d6 damage because of falling 300 feet, it's going to be 15 d6 damage. So you halved it. I need to get my dice roller.
It'll be as low as just 15 if they're all ones.
Bear
Could survive
with
that.
me. So you will take 46 points of owl falling damage.
Nice. I'm on 4 HP.
Hey!
Oh,
That looked like it hurt.
I think like dropped out of the sky like one of those. Like I mean, like if you dropped an action figure and it's just like the legs are all kind of skew but they just all kind of like right themselves, and then he pushes himself up. Oh, well, that could have been worse.
could have
Thank
been- You could have had Cabbage Patch Boy patch you up.
Mhm.
As the light is now been put in place and it now cascades over the entire town, you watch as Strahd looks up and goes, "Oh no, this is not," and turns to dust as he is hit by the light. And you hear the sounds of popping and squelching and screaming coming from inside the house as all of the creatures inside also turn to dust because there is no longer a sun. Anyway, I think that is a good place for us to stop.
I will mention quickly that Fluffles is not coming down to meet everyone. Instead, just kind of takes Gary and says, "Well, Gowie, we got an airship. On to our next adventure."
And somehow you find a pirate hat and an eye patch from somewhere.
Yes, exactly.
Next up, the hall.
Begin turning and you fly off into the sunset.
So I was
Well,
looking
not
out and
into the
thinking,
sunset.
I guess we get the gold.
You would, yeah. Our adventure ends with the town being liberated of the suckers' control. Stuff Stack, Mayor Stuff Stack thanks you all. He gives you 10 gold each, as well as Fluffle's lot of 10 gold. You can eventually make your way back to Porterdeep to then receive a further 10 gold each, plus Fluffle's amount from Fluffstack. And
No, we didn't get paid. He said that we should come to you.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I shall make sure I pay you. Yes. I will compensate you the 10 gold, and plus, my brother should have given you some. I'll just give you another 10 gold each as well. Yes. Mate, I'm not even going to ask for a persuasion check because I know for a fact you're going to pass it, and he's going to give you the extra 10 gold. So you've got 30 gold each. Plus, you can split Fluffle's gold down if you'd like to, because Fluffle's isn't there. Yeah, and I think that's where we're going to end our adventure with the toys. Just before we go, I know we've overran a little bit, but what I'd like to do, same thing as what we did in the previous Toyworld episode, is all of your characters are connected to a real world version of them. So, going through my list, starting with Sean, can you please tell me where Tetch is in Faerun, or Toyworld, sorry, and the material plane, or wherever he is, and what's he up to?
So yeah, Tetch is still in Baldur's Gate. Has been trying to track down traces of the family that were trying to smuggle a wereshark. So is trying to find a lead in that case, which has not yet materialized.
Nice. And then, sorry, names just went completely out of my head for a second. Then, Talia, what would Daria be up to at this point?
Daria is in actual waters deep currently. Had a very nice time with her wife and is currently headlining at a sold-out, medium-sized. It's getting there. Look, she's Taylor Swift at the early stage of her career. She's getting there. So, sold-out, medium-sized concert hall.
Nice. And then Lola, what's Zarin up to?
Zarin is currently still on the run from Waterdeep, and a failed heist. I don't know. Might be going to Neverwinter. Still trying to figure out how to turn themselves back.
Fair enough. And then finally, Evie, where's Fluffles? What's Fluffles up to? What chaos is Fluffles wreaking?
Dear God, going through every nook and cranny in what was the city we were in?
I can't remember. I want to say Huel. I could be very wrong though, without checking my notes.
In wherever we were for Niall's campaign, going through every nook and cranny looking for this item from the constant for the count that Gary lost. Just tearing it apart, trying to find any hint of where it could possibly be, because I can't show my face to the count without it.
And somewhere in one of the dreaded planes, the roll-together version of Barovia, there is a count in a tower who wakes up and goes, "What the fuck?" And then that is where we are going to end our session. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. This has been an absolute blast. I'd like to thank all of my players for going along with the craziness that I have put in front of you and adding to it. It's been great fun. Ooh. If you like what you see, we play Dungeons and Dragons on Mondays and Tuesdays at 6 p.m. UK time, and we play other TTRPGs on Fridays at 6 p.m. UK time. We also do our talk shows, Talk Together, All Talking is Free Action, on either Wednesdays or Thursdays on YouTube Premiere. You can find links to everything in the chat or in the description below, depending on if you're watching on YouTube. Now, if you are watching on YouTube, please do consider leaving us a comment, leaving us a like, and subscribing to the channel. It all helps the algorithm and helps us see what sort of content people like, so we know what to do more of. Thank you to our sponsors and supporters, and a massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. They are absolutely fantastic. Without their help, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here. You can join them from as little as 1 of your local currency per month, or 1 goat, which must be sent to Tom. No exceptions, to Tom. And you can find us all over social media by searching for Roll Together RPG. Thank you very much, everybody, and we will see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.